Is that you, Santa Claus? Gifts I'm preparing for some Christmas sharing. Hanging my stocking, I can hear a knocking. Is that you, Santa Claus in the Philippines?
Sure, it's dark out, ain't the slightest spark out.
Avoid that traffic and those barking dogs. Who's there? Who is it stopping for a visit? Is that you, Santa Claus?
Is that you, Santa Claus? Yes, hang in the stocking, I can hear a knocking. Is that you, Santa Claus? Now stop teasing, 'cause I know you're there. Like a girl on a red street, I can see your feet.
Is that you, Santa Claus? Gifts I'm preparing for some Christmas sharing. Hanging my stocking, I can hear a knocking. Is that you, Santa Claus in the Philippines? One peek and I'll try there. Oh, oh, there's an eye there. Is that you, Santa Claus?
Please, please, pity my knees. Say that's you, Santa Claus. Avoid Red Street and Heidi and George, of course. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Hey, 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 hey. I can't see your shirt.
Well, you can't see it because there's a Mary.
How come your bear is further down? You can't.
Well, it said
I
that.
guess it's because my big boubois. Boubois in the Philippines. Boubois. What's wrong with you, Mary? What's wrong with you now?
There's Mr. Bean right there.
Oh. Actually, we had no idea it was dealing with Mr. Bean, but
Yeah, it's Mr. Bean.
good
It's a
morning.
Mr. Bean shirt. But yeah, here's Mary over here, feeling the Halloween mood, or somewhat. She's in her prancy.
It seemed like you're...
Yeah, she's kind of weird like that.
Good morning. We thought we would go early, so as always, the algorithm will not favor us until people wake up and smell the sauce. So for those that are rewatching, watch to the end, because who knows what's going to be said today. Probably just something stupid. But basically, we thought we would go through a subject that's dear to my heart, being fat in the Philippines. Because it actually makes sense, and just not for one reason, but for multiple reasons. So one, being big in Asia just doesn't work out, whether it's the plastic seats that we've watched people at immigration bust. Okay, you could be 190, 200 pounds and them chairs are still going to give way. And most restaurants have these stupid plastic chairs. And it's like, I'll pass. I'm a big girl and that chair's going to fucking bust. And that's even if I can even
Forget
get it on my ass.
restaurants. Immigration has plastic chairs.
Right. And these guys, we've watched them bust their ass and fall out of these chairs. Secondly, it is transportation. A lot of the grabs that come and get you are tiny. So I am 6 foot tall. So I'm extremely tall. So forget that I'm big. I'm tall. So I'm all the above. So getting into transport is not easy.
Forget grabs. Go into a jeepney. They're about, what, 3 feet, and some 3.5 feet off the ground. No, literally. You have to, like,
There you go, baby.
yeah, you have to, like, climb on them and then duck.
Yeah, it's kind of...
And then get good luck on fitting in those. I mean, like, I go in a jeepney, and, well, I'm not as skinny as I used to be, but when I was skinny...
It's still not easy even for you.
No, I still had to, like, little shimmy off the side, and, like I said, one point in time, I I was like barely sitting my butt on there, and the lady next to me is like, I don't know what's up with this Jeepney driver. He's acting like there's room on the Jeep. My point is, these are skinny Filipinos that told me. Yeah.
Hold up. Hey, Thomas, good point. The clothes. We were discussing that before we came on air. You want to know what size these shirts are?
Oh, you're right. Oh
George,
my gosh.
Look at George's fat ass here. Size 6X. Not even freaking joking on the size. 6X. Okay, because we knew Asian size equals 3X.
Actually.
It is no surprise to people who have met me. I know I'm fat. I know I'm big and fluffy. I own this shit. I wear a size 3X to 4X. 4X bouncy. Fuck y'all. That's just where it comes at. George gets all the loving. Don't hate. Don't freaking hate. Okay? Speaking of which, boo-wah, boo-wah. So anyways, that's a 6X he's wearing. And
Correct.
they're both the same size. And no, they're not very big shirts.
And any Western person who's met me, even in the US, will tell you I'm not a big guy. I'm not tiny. I'm like 5'6", but somehow to Americans,
if people see our original footage
well,
that
what
we
I'm saying
have,
is,
how small you were, but you're tiny.
It's not so much my weight; it's so much my height. Everybody thinks I'm this tiny guy, even though I guess I hang out with big people. I'm talking about like big people. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I guess most of my friends are big. Like because now that I think about it, they tower over me. Point being is I'm not that big by any chance, by any means, and yet here I am wearing a 6X shirt.
Mm-hmm. So
well,
it'll make a difference.
I mean, granted, it's not tight on me, but point being is it's not that loose. I mean, it's loose, but not that loose. What I'm saying is that 6X should be, I should be swimming in it.
It's hard for regular expats that are coming here that is tall and big. And we are tall and big. I'm talking to Americans and Europeans, not other Asians that are coming from whatever. Have I been able to buy clothes here that fit? The answer is yes. I have to get them on Lazada, and it depends on the clothes. They are getting bigger shops because the Filipinas and Filipinos are getting bigger. I've seen people bigger than me. So there are some big dudes and big women in this town. Okay. A little different when you're a big, tall, white American expat that sticks out like a sore thumb. But they are making bigger clothes, but it's still hard for the average expat to find the clothes or shoes. They stop at a size 44, 45,
right. I'm at 45,
which is a 9-10. Okay.
And exactly, that's what I was getting at.
And I can wear that size. So I have to, in order to accommodate, just like the slippers and everything else, I have to get a 45 too. So,
and 45 is not a standard size. No,
on Lazada and other places, it's 30, 38,
and that's online.
39, 40.
But what I'm saying is,
most of the shops.
If you show up on like live on a shop, good luck if they have a size 45.
Yeah, you're going to get people that'll come and say, "Oh, I can." Bullshit. When your asses get here and you do it, then you let me know.
Well, I mean, there's always exceptions.
There's always exceptions to being in the Philippines.
Sometimes you can, but most of the times you won't.
Yep. So that's going to be the conversation. We're open to people discussing what's going down. Also, on the other half, I'm going to get into talking about guys that are arriving here that are pushing shame on their ladies. It's like, oh, well, these girls on Walking Street are getting fatter, and these women here are getting bigger, and my woman's gained 20 pounds. It's like, and their asses are majorly overweight themselves. And I call bullshit on someone.
Well, have a little bit of double standard. I mean, look in the mirror.
Right. Not only are they 20, 30, 40 years older, they're overweight. So,
okay, yeah. Now, the thing is a lot of people don't like us and they hate us and they say you guys are liars. The reason being is because you're in denial. Yeah, look in a freaking mirror. Do you honest to goodness think you're a catch for your woman of her age? I'm not talking about your woman. I'm talking about your woman of her age.
And this is something people don't talk about. Weight does make a difference in the Philippines. Oh, and let me throw some other shit on you.
And everything. Yes.
Let me throw some other thing. Filipinos are the most judgmental fucking people on earth. And I'm going to tell you, one of the first things they're going to judge you about is your weight, your size,
well,
your color, where
put-
you're from. They say prejudice doesn't exist, but they base everybody on age. George is too old. We put that post up about a life insurance policy.
No, I'm
George
old.
is not
I'm
like too
old. I'm
old,
not.
but if anything's helped, like me
You
making
guys,
that sandwich,
yeah, you guys
they
can,
don't want to give them
can't
insurance.
say shit like I'm bald, I'm old. No, I admit it. But here's the thing. What you guys don't realize is, okay, weight is a serious thing. Like, for example, they would say shit, oh, look at these fuckers going to the gym. Like, they're not gonna lose weight, because guess what? I guarantee you they're not changing their diet. This is shit that Filipinos say behind your back.
They might even say it in your face. I was reading, there was a whole post by a guy that said he worked at several call centers. He was a foreigner. And he said they talked shit in front of him, behind him. They isolated him. They gave him a hard time. And he said they were just talking all kinds of shit about him. So don't think that your shit doesn't stink because you entered the Philippines, because your shit still stinks and your ass is still fat.
Now, don't get me wrong. There are
Comment on that.
There are heavyweight Filipinos, fact.
I'm tired
But
of saying shit.
but I'm not saying they don't get flack. They do get flack. And also be aware that, for example, now this is Chinese culture. However, Chinese culture isn't that far from Filipinos. Whoa.
I'm just translating for my friends. Go ahead.
So what I'm saying is, Chinese culture isn't that far from Filipinos. Okay, it really isn't. It's a little to the left, but you know, whatever. Or right, whatever. That's not the point. Point being is, there was this YouTube video that I saw the other day, and I clicked on it only because it was something. You know how YouTube videos, they clickbait you. So anyway, not
on YouTube. Not a YouTuber in the Philippines.
Never YouTube. But anyway, I got clickbaited and I clicked on it, and what it was, it's about this girl who was. I'm gonna tell you right now.
You're rarely gonna get clickbaited by us.
And
rarely.
At the risk of me getting slapped, she was hot.
No, I don't care anymore.
Okay.
Honestly, if she does my dishes, babe, I don't care anymore.
This girl was skinny. She had the right curves and everything. She was hot. However, here's the problem. According to the YouTube video, and I believe it. I believe the YouTube video, because trust me, I've been with Chinese people, aka, in the U.S.
George prefers Koreans.
But what I'm saying is, and I've dated Chinese people. But point being is, the fact that I've dated Chinese people tells you a lot about me, and also point being is Chinese.
Scott's in the house.
Hey, Scott.
Hi.
Chinese people rarely date outside their race unless they're really diluted down. But I'm talking about like first generation Chinese. But anyway, point being is, according to Chinese culture, that really hot girl was unacceptable.
Oh, yeah. So in other words, what your ideal of perfect and what'll get you by and sleep at night, you hear a lot of channels talk about, oh, the women are this and they're that, or they'll go on the opposite. These women are too fat here. You'll get some of the younger generation and the older ones that don't like them.
To the Filipinos too.
Love is in the eyes of the beholder, 100%.
If you're a little bit chubby, keyword chubby, I'm talking about like,
I'm the whole goddamn box of
donuts. No. I forgot.
George is just a 6-pack.
I forgot the PC word for chubby in the U.S. But point being is, if you're a little bit chubby here in the Philippines, they're gonna call you fat. For example, that police officer that I say that. Oh, hey, how about this police officer? Have you seen him? Oh, the fat guy. And I'm like,
no, guy? And they do that here too.
No, that's the point. Is he fat? Okay, well, he had a little bit of beer gut, but I won't call him fat. I'd say he's normal with a beer gut, but no, that's not what they call him.
I remember when I was a kid, I was telling George, I used to call people, I still do say shit. It's just who I am, could be part of my everything. I've told you guys about ADHD, told you guys about being autistic and the whole thing. I'm just going to call you out. I used to say, you've got paint on your pants or your ding dongs hanging to the left. I used to say all kinds of crazy shit to people when they came in my mom's house.
Mine
I
veers
still
to the
do.
right. Just saying.
It curves to the left.
No, it curves to the right.
Got some hair on it.
Oh, well, to you it curves to the left because my right is your left.
You are my left and right.
There you go.
My up and down. Put that down, teddy bear boy. Ew, what did it smell like that? Whoa, look what you did to my hair.
It's called QP mayo. That's what I call it.
I'm going to call you something here in a minute. Here, put some of this on there.
Oh, is that marshmallow?
That's the marshmallow because your fingers stink.
This is
Your fingers stink like you've been in the pink.
I don't know if they have this
one
in
of
the
the pinks
US. This
stink.
is marshmallow scented alcohol.
I'm sure they do.
No. Well, I don't know. It's alcohol.
Ricky Perfecto. That's new, correct? Ricky Perfecto?
Yes.
I have no idea who Richardson is. Anybody having any idea who Richardson is?
Well, like
What
Chisholm
happened
says, who's
with
that?
Yeah, nobody we know of. Understand 3 years ago we would have known most of the people that were on YouTube. Now there's a new one that comes out every
not to mention,
day.
that's a first name. I highly doubt that's his YouTube name.
It could be.
It could be.
And his ex-wife. Somebody asked about somebody that was off during a live the other day. Whatever happened to him and him, or is that the same one you're talking about? There was someone that asked about somebody who got off years ago, and the stuff's been coming up in the feed. So somebody's watching
that's
a bunch
not him.
of.
That's not
Okay.
him. I know.
Good morning, Linda.
I would remember. Yeah, Ricardo Perfecto.
If you guys aren't
Hey,
subscribed,
Linda. How you
make
doing,
sure
Linda?
that you guys subscribe like Linda here, and comment. Like this whole thing's about ready to get lit today. And let us know what you guys think of these new matching things. So
Yeah,
let's wait and see how long it takes for the other YouTubers in our circle of 20 or 30 people that.
Is Linda's channel's name under her name?
Oh, I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know.
Oh. Okay.
Wait 1 second. So you're making this. TikTok?
Yeah.
No, he's thinking you had a TikTok. You might. We don't recognize. I muted to say I don't think everybody has to have a basic YouTube account, but whether they vlog full time or not, it's hard for us to remember. And it's really hard because a lot of people come up in our messenger and emails because we go through emails several times a day.
Yeah, I'm not perfect. I get things wrong.
Oh man, today we went through this whole thing about George is supposed to pick up cat food today, and I thought I'd already gave him the money 2 days ago. We went back and forth. I was like, shit, man, I forgot. And George's like, no, I was sure of this. And like, shit, man, I was getting dementia and the whole thing. But anyways, back to the shirts. We knew after we started using coffee cups on air all the time with all the memes on, then we noticed 2 or 3 of the channels around us started doing nothing but coffee cup shit. And so now let's see you guys, wife and husband, get up in your matching outfits. And don't talk about these ones that have one plain white t-shirt with YouTube in the corner of it. This is going to be our thing here. We're going to be like,
what?
You know what this reminds me of? When I worked at, it wasn't United States of America. They closed it down in Florida. They called us rink rats. And there was a rat on the front of the shirt, one of my most favorite shirts in the world. And it said rink rat above it. And every night the colors were this color, pink, yellow. So you wore a different color depending on the day of the week. So from now on, we're going to get matching 6X fat shirts to wear together. And the next one is going to be gayer than the next. So you got Teddy on? Wake up, George.
No. I miss Heidi said rink rats. I miss
rink rats. It was called rink.
Yeah, I used to rollerblade, but
rink rats.
There's no rollerblade arenas, but in the US, but there's roller skate arenas. And I used to roller skate a lot.
There's Mr. Chidargo, babe.
Oh, hey, Mr. Chidargo.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm a skater and a roller skater, but anyway. But no, I miss going in the rink, as you say.
Mm-hmm. I tried that, and I used to be half the size.
Oh, I used to ice skate too, because I'm from,
I doubled my weight after I had a kid. Then I lost some weight. Even after I lost weight, after having kids, I don't know if something split out down there. My legs started going other directions, but I could not keep my balance. And I used to be good at roller skating.
No, we
went to United States of America.
That was before I met you. I went roller skating before I met you, like literally. So it wasn't that long ago. It was long ago, but it wasn't that long ago. Yeah, and it's fun, guys. Again, if you guys can, I'm not saying don't. I'm not saying don't, but I'm not saying do.
Don't you remember?
Because remember, you can literally break your hip. Trust me.
You're gonna break something like you did this morning.
No, what I'm saying is I forgot that
you lost your chance this
you can
morning.
be.
You want to tell the people how come you lost your morning nookie today?
I'm not even gonna go.
Yeah, address why you did.
I'm not.
Address it.
Because I have to use the bathroom. I mean, duh. Okay, now
exactly.
Well, okay, guys and girls, the moment you wake up while you're in bed, guess what happens? You have to use the bathroom, right?
Hold on, I'm about ready to bust that theory, and you got to answer the question honestly, right?
Well, go ahead.
How long have you been laying in that bed awake?
I wasn't really.
Okay, no, eyes have been open. You had your video game there. How long?
No, it was on, but I wasn't playing. True story, I wasn't really playing.
So literally your eyes just popped open even after we played all the Matey songs this morning. I told you I was bugging the neighbors at 5:30 a.m.
No, everybody will agree that there's a period of what you're up and down, up and down, up and down. No, I wasn't really awake.
5 minutes,
The
10 minutes.
one that really woke me up is you threw the dog on me and she scratched the living bejesus out of me. But even then, I would. The fact
that is my Filipino Heidi
here's the thing.
alarm clock.
The fact that I didn't push her away and throw her off the bed tells you I'm still not awake.
Okay, awake's different than just being really awake, but probably 5-10 minutes.
What I'm saying is, if I'm awake, trust me.
Whole point is, you snooze, you lose. You don't get your lollipop.
Okay, I get that, but what I'm saying is, babe, that dog scratches on you. If you're conscious, you will get her off you. The fact that she didn't get me up, that tells you I'm still not there.
All right.
So anyway, the thing I was getting at is I forgot you just don't roller skate the whole night away. What I'm saying is you don't just roller skate. In the middle of you roller skating, it's like, all right, guys, it's time for disco time. You know, and then everybody starts dancing on the roller skates. And then, all right, guys, it's time for the line dance time. Oh my gosh, I missed that.
Well, ours.
I used to go line dancing.
At United States of America, we had the disco floor in the middle, so people wouldn't even roller skate. We would just dance in our actual skates.
Right. Well,
we had a whole
the one
dance
that I
floor.
go to, you roller skate where you skate. But anyway, no, it was a lot of fun.
Slick Rick is in the house.
Hey, Slick Rick,
good morning. Let's see.
San Francisco.
Sup. What's up? Doing well. Hope you guys are all doing well. Lack of Spot is in the house. For those that are joining in, we're 20 minutes in. We are going to discuss, as we already have, an array of things about size matters here in the Philippines. Anyways,
okay.
Some of us.
Speaking of size matters, just real quick.
Some of us can reach up on the top shelf in the kitchen, and some of us can't. Some of us can't even barely reach in the refrigerator.
Now, speaking of what's up with that, I'm going to be honest with you. Even.
Yeah, what's up with that? What's up with that? Ooh, what's up with that? No, they got tall ass cabinets in most of the places we've been in, it goes 3 things up. And I'm 6 foot tall, and the top one has to be 7-8 foot. Why? Is that because of the flooding? And there's no goddamn cabinets. I've been in expensive houses here, and there's no cabinets.
Why the freaking kitchen cabinets are so high?
And there's just no cabinets. Like, I have to stash everything upstairs, or it sits on all these shelves that we have. It's so like there's weird. Nothing. We got one small one under here, which is the one that belongs to Scott. Scott gets to live in there when he permanently leaves Isaac.
The Harry Potter room.
The Harry Potter room. The under whatever. And I can't stick nothing in there. Maybe George.
Honestly, no. To be honest with you guys, we don't put anything underneath the stairs. There is a storage compartment, but we don't put anything on it because
we put actually.
Okay, is it big enough to put in a body there? Yes, because I proved it because I went in there. But it's really not a good place to put stuff in.
Speaking of bodies, that's what the deep freezer's for.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the. That's when he yells, so I can't.
Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun.
What?
Anyway,
I think you're talking about.
to get them separated.
Where's the? Yeah, that's the difference.
No, I know it
Well,
is.
it's the
I'm
same
just-
beat. It's the same beat. I'm not gonna lie. That's the same beat. So
No, it is.
Where's your app?
What are you looking for, babe?
What do you mean?
Chosen One says
the
fact.
outside
George
one.
and him have the same build. I swear I'm half an inch taller. No, you guys are about the same height and size. Yeah.
Okay.
They are. He's really tiny.
I
in my
honestly
opinion.
thought that.
He's so stinking cute.
Honestly, thought that
What are you looking for?
Chosen One is taller than me, but I mean, hey, you would know more than I do.
What are you looking for? Here.
You know the few.
Oh, right here.
No, I thought I heard something.
Well, you're going to always hear the cats.
Oh, they changed the icon. That's why.
Well, we have two. We have the cameras in the house, or we have indoor cameras and outdoor cameras.
Yeah, today is there's.
Let's talk about that. Two incidents of actually the last 24 hours has been kind of eventful. Like we had the dog wash yesterday. The dog groomers came super late. We had the air con cleaned, which is every 4 months. Had it serviced and cleaned, which was crazy. And then the trash man showed up at 8 o'clock. That's a whole different story. But today, there's like 15 people up the street outside of this political guy's house. Sometimes it's just 2 or 3 people at his house looking for money. And we're far from Cebu, so don't say it's the incident and everybody came in town to ask for money. No. Randomly starting at 6 a.m., trikes are pulling up. They're blocking our front doors, the neighbors' doors, and they're just out there talking. Their kids are out playing in the street, everything, they're loud. They're not self-aware. There is no self-awareness, it seems, with most Filipinos. They just aren't. They're at all different hours, whether it's 2, 3 in the morning, everything. There is no, again, it's going to vary depending on subdivision, and sometimes you get them bougie subdivisions and condos. But even in a condo, that could be even worse. You really think someone's going to run up and say, "Hey, neighbor above and below you"?
That's another thing. According to certain people, like, "Oh, you guys are lying. There's no big giant government." Yeah, that's why we have to deal with the freaking riffraff that comes over and randomly ask for money from them.
They ask, okay, so if I'm out there, when I'm out taking care of the dog, or like George was out there this morning, yeah, they just randomly walk up because they're in eye contact directly across the way.
But
and they sit outside.
What do you call it? That's only because you're like a sideline. That's not the reason why they're here.
Speaking of which, that does play into the size matter situation, because I'm like, you can't miss me. George can get by slinking around inside, because the wall's only so tall. So George is like, doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. He can get away and hide. I can't. I'm like, bam. You know what I mean? It's like, boom. They can't miss me. And I'm big and white, and they figure I'm going to say no. And I'm telling you what, I've got that down after almost 5 years. It's like, no. And I know they know no, just like I told the trash man. So the trash man came over, and I noticed now that the trash man, we were paying him on a monthly basis, and we were almost doubling his fees by giving him a tip. Then he came a week early, and then the next time he came a week earlier than that, and then all of a sudden he came even sooner. And he's done this the last few months, and I now started writing down when he arrives.
Keep a record.
Yeah, well, that's if you guys, it depends on how you pay them. Well, but yes, we started.
Point is, have a record.
Yeah, so we had to start writing it down. So we paid him on the 29th. And so instead of being monthly, now he bugs us every 7, 8 days. And I'm like, no, I'm not paying the dude every 7, 8 days half the money. And I'm like, no. So he did. And he said, no. He goes, it's been 2 weeks. We sat out here and argued. And I said, wait a minute, I'm going to go get my book. And I brought the book out. And I know the guy he probably didn't understand most of what I said. And I said, no. I just told him no. And I showed him the book and flipped around. I said, we paid you on the 29th. And he's like, he shook his head no. And I was like, yes, we did. And he was trying to get more money. So, and it's not the money. Because compared to the U.S., you'll get a lot of expats to say, oh, you guys are just being cheap and this and that. Why would you pay somebody in the United States?
Nothing to do with it. It's the principle.
It's the principle. So he only charges, okay, and we know he takes extra trash because we go through more.
before you get to the price, keep in mind we used to pay 50 pesos for our trash for the month.
At the
And
the other
most
place.
Filipinos I'm aware of, they only pay 100 pesos for the month.
And we paid
We're
him 300.
paying
300.
Well, actually, for full description, we pay the actual fee he's charging is 200 pesos, which is double than what a Filipino would pay. But we give him an extra 100, which is 300.
Mm-hmm.
So before you get to the price, I just want to let people know.
Well, you just
those are the prices.
Yeah. So yeah, we just on the 29th just gave him 150. So the whole point is he's coming even earlier, and because he's done it in a short period, I've calculated, because what it was is we paid him the very first day. We paid him up front for everything. So he's always been paid in advance for his work. So then he started coming 3 weeks, and then we give him the money. And then he would come, like, okay, we'll start paying him on the 27th. Then he would come on the 22nd. So things over the last 6 months have just progressed. And then when I calculated in a 60 period, we've given him almost 700 pesos somehow. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. It's because we paid him initially, paid him again, and he came in between looking for money. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I said, we are overpaying the dude. So that's what was going to go on. It may seem petty,
no,
but it's not.
Okay, it's not, because first off, we've been doing this for a while. The fact that we start putting it on paper tells you that it's been going on a while.
And the problem is in this subdivision, and a lot of them, okay, is that it's not a company that comes by and gets trash.
Okay.
And the city doesn't even, I can't call somebody to come do it.
To clarify, again, the keyboard
Hey,
warrior.
bad boy.
This is against the keyboard warriors out there, because again,
good morning,
keep in
bad
mind,
boy.
reality versus whatever the fuck Google says.
Fuck Google.
Exactly. Okay, first off, is the city or subdivision supposed to pick up trash regularly? Yes. Does this actually happen? Oh, hell no.
Oh, your chicken necklace, babe. You forgot your fried chicken. Oh. Fried chicken. He forgot the rest of his gear. Get your gear. Oh, look at
Well, I didn't want to put it on because it would go against the shirt.
Maybe. I think I still see your fried chicken.
All right, so anyway. Now, what I was getting at is the...
George.
What I was saying at...
Now, see, that could have been you this morning if you didn't lay there for a half hour in bed. True story. Whether you was awake or not, you was still awake. And you had to go clean that thing before I was going to pop that thing. And anyway. Then you said you had to go pee.
Heidi eats my dog like it was corn dog in like a freaking festival.
That's
True
right.
Story. Like in a Trace Atkins festival.
I nibble off the cornbread. So I eat the cornbread off, and then I go from there. And True. Then comes the mayo.
True story. But anyway, like I was saying, now you got me. What?
Who said what?
Where was I? No, really. I'm lost.
Okay, hey, Professor.
What?
Let me just translate.
Yes, now the
flubber.
The flubber is created by using a prophylactic. Did I say prophylactic? Anyway.
You can't say prophylactic.
Yeah, you can. You just said it. Yeah. Now, speaking of Jiminy Kimmel, now what's going on with Jiminy Kimmel is he's about to leave New York City.
He already did. I showed you that this morning. That's an old episode.
Why are you showing something old? Oh my gosh.
Because you fall behind on everything. That's how come I got to sit here and explain to you, because you sleep all the time, you visit your grandkid and your family and your friends, and I'm the one here running this shit.
Oh my god, my grandkid is at that stage where I have to spell shit.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it's true.
Like, oh, yeah, that, the MCDO, like,
hey, that's what I did to the air conditioner guy yesterday.
Because me and the Yaya, Me and the yaya were talking about
Good luck
McDonald's,
getting it up.
and she's like,
I done sucked
McDonald's, and she got up and she ran to
I
the
done
kitchen.
sucked that chicken dry.
Right.
So good luck
She
in getting
ran to
that.
the kitchen. It's like, McDonald's, where's the McDonald's? I'm like, oh my god, I have to start spelling crap.
You know what? I think that caffeine's working for you because us doing earlier seems like we're getting
Wait,
more done.
But anyway, no, seriously,
No, you have to spell it out.
I have to start spelling out stuff for my, well, not for my granddaughter, but whenever my granddaughter's around, like, well, I'm CDO, you know. But anyway.
What is CDO? OCD?
Huh? No.
You said CDO.
MCD.
Oh,
yeah,
McDo.
but yeah, MCD. Oh, yeah, the McDo. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. MCDO. Yes.
Good morning,
yes, thanks so much. I was gonna say McDo.
Bad boy.
Thanks so much. See, I got McDo in my mind. Thank you so much, bad boy. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate it so much.
Let me tell you
Thank
another
so much.
fucked up thing that happened yesterday, and I'm pissed.
What?
Because for those that know me, whether I'm big or not, I've got serious medical conditions, and that's something probably we'll get into too. Is talking about medical conditions and being overweight in the Philippines. Okay, it's part of them, but because of my medical conditions, I'm on steroids and I have other issues. Okay, I ain't gonna say I don't eat sugar and junk food like everybody else, but I guarantee everybody else is eating twice as much. I just love sugar.
Well,
So that's my biggest downfall is my
To-
sugar
full,
content.
Full disclosure, she doesn't eat as much as people think.
But I eat the wrong things.
Well, even okay, you hear her say that, but
I'm gonna
she
talk about
eats
pizza here
less than a normal person. What I'm saying is, I eat more sugar than Heidi does. I eat more salt than Heidi does. Point being is,
I haven't even drank Coke or anything.
Right.
I drink water
It's actually,
or it's fake sugar in my coffee.
The reality is, honestly,
unless I'm actually eating outright
it's more
candy.
the medication that causes it. Fact.
That non-movement, I used to be a lot more active.
Okay,
so because of my lupus and everything.
But you're not immobile either. You're not just sitting there all day.
Correct. So what happened is we ordered a pizza yesterday. What had happened we ordered a pizza yesterday from Shakey's. We wrote Shakey's off a long time ago. Burnt chicken, bad oil in their chicken, their pizzas are undercooked. All this weird shit was happening, and they're a commercialized place. A lot of people say, "Oh, they're the greatest people in the world on the pizza." Screw that shit. They've messed up the order so many times because Heidi will eat pizza and candy bars all the time if I could. I'm like I said, it's part of my
keyword could.
My shit that I go through. Like I'll eat one item for like 3 months. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's just what I do when I get hooked on something. Pizza is my thing, right? And coffee. But we got the pizzas and we ordered the bacon one. It was called glazed bacon. And the other one was just a cheese pizza. Why? Because there was a lot of work in this house yesterday.
Well, first
we
off,
had to
clarify. The cheese pizza was 40% off.
Right. And the other one...
That's what suckered us in the first place.
Right. And then the other one was 900 pesos. But I thought it was a regular pizza. Their large here in the Philippines is literally a medium in the U.S. The pizza, it literally is like a medium in the U.S.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, no.
We can show you the box.
The
it's
typical
small.
Filipino pizza is a fluffy sponge pizza.
We should have got that. So I didn't realize the second one was thin. So at first I got pissed off when I seen the second one was thin, but then I realized, shit, further down they showed specialty pizzas, and usually they call it thin Z's or something. It wasn't next to it, but I guess after it got here, I went back in. The receipt did show thin next to it.
Well, it probably wasn't. It got defaulted the moment you picked that sale.
Who knows? But either way, we had pizza that was crazy thin. I'd never seen such dried out thin pizza in my life.
No, it was thin. Normally,
if you put 3 of them together, it probably equaled one pizza piece. If you put all 3 of them on top, and I was like, shit. And it cost out the door 1,400 pesos.
Okay, now
it did come with. He got the soda.
Don't get fooled by the price. Okay, 1,400 pesos. Okay, it isn't much. It's not about the price.
$27
the point
for
being
2 medium
whenever
thin pizzas
you order
in the Philippines
for 2 people, keyword 2 people. For 2 people,
McLovin was the one that I thought I'd seen.
2 large pizzas should last you more than the day or the night, because it was the night actually, because we got the pizza late. So my point is, 2 large pizzas should last you more than the night. And
Usually does for
it was
us.
gone. It's gone. I mean, this morning there's no leftovers.
Every time we order something, doesn't matter if it's chicken, even when we get some McDonald's, we always get like an extra McDo sandwich. We eat it for lunch, and then we was eating it maybe for dinner, so I didn't have to cook. But 1 second here. And thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Red Boy. Yes, I'll get her a McDonald's for sure. Yes, definitely.
Well, did you want to?
Right now, obviously not on the West, but it's possible. I don't know what the toys are. Let us know what the toys are right now in the U.S. Because right now the toys are. You guys ever heard of BTS? Right now the toys are BTS members, which is last time I got her that's what brought up the conversation.
Oh, wait a minute, babe. They have everything. Do you want chicken for her, or do you want the pancakes? They've got everything. Or which item do you want?
Something. And then the hamburger's fine. She's probably not old enough for the chicken by herself.
Oh, look at that. They did. They brought in the black. So here's an instant. They got the black pepper burger now.
Yeah, no, obviously. No, just get the regular burger. She's still
so we'll order her.
She's
wanting to get the.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, what brought up the topic of McDonald's is we're talking about the toy that she got. She got this character, which is Jungkook, which is a K-pop artist, and that's what she got, and she loves it for some strange reason. She loves it, and she's really happy about it. And
yeah, they call them Tiny Tan,
right,
but they're K-pop.
Right. So we were talking about it, and that's what got her excited. She ran to the kitchen, and is like, McDonald's. I'm like, oh my God, we can't say the word McDonald's anymore. So anyway, thank you so much. So yeah, I'll definitely get her another. Like I said, the Happy Meal comes with a K-pop toy, which is kind of weird, but that's what they come with right now. So hopefully she'll get something else. But yes, I'll definitely get her another McDonald's. Thank you so much, Bad Boy. So yeah, let us know what Happy Meal toy there is in the U.S. right now, because again, I'm pretty sure they're not getting K-pop. That's kind of weird. I mean, it's possible they can get some BTS toys over there, but you never know.
Oh, look at there. So they've got a black pepper burger, and they have a nori. So there's the nori. It's nori powder, which is seaweed.
Well, obviously not for her.
Well, I know.
She may not even eat that. She's still a baby. So,
yeah.
But she can speak a lot of stuff, and she speaks Panglish, which is common pangan in English.
Oh, so she is.
Yeah, she's really smart. She's only, I mean, she's really young. And she's not,
Thomas said, I have an imaginary girlfriend. She isn't going anywhere.
There you go. True
so
story.
Does George.
Exactly.
George and that damn fried chicken.
Yeah, my imaginary girlfriend takes over my right hand occasionally. No, not right now. No, must resist. Thank you.
Put your hand on your chicken.
You say no. Must resist.
George is awake. Here, you want her to stroke your chicken?
No.
George flashbacks from Walking Street. George, pull it together, boy. Tina, pull it together. I mean, George, pull it together.
Turner. Damn.
George used to do impersonations.
So does that make
Walking
you
Street, and I've always been Ike. He beats on me, I beat on him. We sex it up. He gets sucked down. Then we end up in the shower. We sing a few songs, and then it's back on again. Hilarious. He beats on me, I beat on you. It's like that. It was like that in the Ike and Tina Turner movie. He's like, he beat on me a little bit. That's exactly what happened. They beat on each other, man.
Our theme song is Michael Jackson's "Beat It."
doubt it. All right, so it looks like, no, we've been talking about doing these shirts, but now officially, like I said, we'll see how many people. But then
here we
again,
are. How you doing, man?
I guess the others can just keep buying their numbers. We're just going to keep doing what we really want and just have fun. Oh, and we had that full discussion yesterday about who the fuck doesn't want to make YouTube money. All these other channels talk about who makes money and who doesn't make money and who's doing
Now,
it
what
full
started this
time and all
conversation
that. And I'm
is-
like, who the fuck doesn't want to make money?
This is okay. Now,
Some want to be narcissistic
again,
here. They want to be seen.
Hashtag cancel George.
Oh, fuck that.
What I'm saying is, what started this conversation is I watched this YouTube video yesterday, and I was telling Heidi, it's like, okay, so this YouTube video was about artists who sold out. Now, of course, obviously in there is like Jewel, like Rod Stewart, YouTube,
If I listen
and I'm like,
long
what the
enough
freak?
to
I'm like,
you,
isn't that the point? Is to
I'll
make money?
find a way
You don't become a pop
to
culture
believe
icon
that it's
because
all true,
you do it for the art. No, you do it because you
knowing
want to make freaking money.
that you
So that being said,
straight
that's when YouTube got
face
brought up. It's like,
white
I understand that, again, like I said, me and Heidi did YouTube because honestly, the reason why we started YouTube
was for the family.
was for the family. Our kids can watch our videos and look at our little journey, that kind of stuff. I get it, but what I'm saying, once the money started coming in,
2 years. It took us 2 years.
you gotta be a complete idiot
now
to turn
it
away
doesn't
money.
take somebody months to get monetized, but
Right.
when we started almost 5 years ago, 5 years on YouTube, it took 2 years to get monetized.
Now the difference is
We make about 150,
we
200 a month.
still, regardless of what these freaking idiots
They're idiots. I
say,
keep saying
that
they
you
make
guys
all their
lie
money.
all the time. No, we don't lie. The problem is you think we're lying because we go against your beliefs. Because
they're defending the P, or they're
right.
defending
What
that
I'm
they
saying
don't
is
need
you
the money.
have your own personal reasons why
Everybody does.
you believe that.
And mind your own business and stay in your lane, because you know who you are, you know what's going
And we
on,
know
and
who
now
you are,
you
whatever.
know.
But point being is,
We've had like 10 different trolls trolling us here lately, and
and
now
honestly, I don't have to justify myself, nor does Heidi does.
it's just content. We're actually just
point
doing
being
it to stir
is,
you up.
we're not
motherfuckers.
lying. We don't have a skin in the game, whether we lie or
Fuck
not.
you, bitch.
Okay, put it this way.
Fuck you,
Put it this way,
bitch.
guys. If we're lying, why are we going against the grain? That is the worst thing you can do.
Sitting here talking about fat people today, and what?
Well, I'm not talking about that. What I'm saying is we go against what other expats believe. Why would we do that if we're lying? That is the worst thing you can do for your channel. Because
Honestly,
because I'm Filipino and I know more than you guys fucking expats do. Keyword. We're in the Philippines. This is my territory. I actually know real influential people versus you fuckers do.
Oh,
Doesn't give you the right to say, oh, he's, this, he's that, and whatever.
Did you see that? Hold on a minute.
No,
Because we always do everything live here. Weird. So they just announced they just made the deposit.
Oh, cool.
So
Okay, good to hear. But anyway, point being is...
to layman, it took 2 weeks to get a deposit here in the Philippines.
Yeah, transfer. It's a transfer.
Wow.
Not a deposit. That just doesn't sound right.
Well, deposited into the bank account.
I know that, but it's a transfer. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, I'm not lying for the most part. Honestly, a lot of people will tell you, like even Heidi herself says, she has a hard time processing whenever I go against something because she knows I really, really have a hard time lying. Anybody who knows me,
and we're going to be off
they'll
on
tell
shit,
you,
those who watch.
But point being is,
I just want to let you know, most of this is for the
Right.
outside YouTubers that have been bitching about us, and the other trolls that are in the United States, and also
and
for our regular watchers.
that are Americans. Point being is, you guys don't know
and
shit.
just to arc some of you.
And in fact, Heidi herself, I even told Heidi,
think it's a joke.
I tell Heidi in her face, you don't know shit.
You don't know shit.
No, I tell her that. You don't know shit. I know you're looking at Google, and I know this is what Google tells you. But here's the reality. In the Philippines, this is how it works. This is how it goes. And I don't give a shit about Google. Because guess what? Trust me. Google lies. I don't care what you say. Point being is, has nothing to do with Heidi. Has nothing to do with me. Point being is, I tell you guys the way it is. Whether or not you guys agree with me, fuck you. I'm telling you guys the truth. However, the caveat on that, whenever I say this, is be aware it varies per area, per location, per this. However, most of the ones that give me a hard time about this are in this area.
Jeez.
So I know they're lying. They're lying, not me.
Lou says, have you ever visited Texas? Chinese people date anything that moves. I thought
Okay.
Chinese people were picky.
No. That's why I said first generation Chinese don't.
The new ones.
I
Well,
said
the
that.
new
I said that.
generation will screw anything.
First generation Chinese don't.
Now
Why?
they call themselves
Okay, first off,
hyposexual.
okay, Lou,
that
I don't know.
basically they love who they love.
Right. However, there is a caveat to that too. I know this game. Okay. First off, real Chinese people, keyword, real Chinese people don't date anybody that's not Chinese. Fact. Hashtag cancel George. I don't care who you're dating, whether they're Chinese or not. Guess what? If they're real Chinese, they would tell you the same shit. They'd be like, the only reason I dated you is because of this. Real Chinese people don't date outside their culture. Why? One, you're not a gaijin, but there's a Chinese term for gaijin. But anyway, which means a foreigner. They don't date foreigners. Why would a Chinese person date a foreigner? Guys, again, hashtag cancel George. Why would Chinese people date foreigners? First off, keyword, I'm a foreigner too, so I don't count. The reason why Chinese people date Americans is because the caveat is, as according to Lou, they would date anybody they want a freaking green card. Any Chinese person, first generation, that would date anything that walks on the U.S. soil, keyword of U.S. soil, what you said is Texas, is they want a freaking green card. So my suggestion to you, freaking run. Run.
I use George for his.
Run. Because guess what? Once they get that green card, they're not going to stick around. Okay? So keep that in mind. But real Chinese will not date outside their culture.
Oh, check it out. Bad Boy says, he goes, do you know I set my alarm so I could watch the stream? I appreciate it.
Thanks so much, Bad Boy.
And that's another thing for us. The tops live stream I think we've had is like $500. Okay? Like, not live stream, but the whole month worth of YouTubing. And again, for us, technically...
Wait, you've been holding out if it's $500.
That was when we had the e-trike and everybody gave us a bunch when we were initially trying to get transport. We were doing the marathons.
Really get that.
So it's a few $100s a month on average. So
but thank you so much.
We do it because one, like I said, I like talking. It gets all my frustrations out. It gets George's, so that way we don't Ike and Tina each other or just have a sexathon or whatever we do. So it kind of gives us, our thing to do and everything. And it's for the regulars. We discuss that. When people approach us in the mall and they're like, oh, thank you, we came here and we learned this. And yeah, you guys are being real. It's better than this bullshit fucking fantasy shit of going to this island and this dating shit and all this other stuff. It's real stuff. There's only a few other channels I can name that actually do that.
Well, and you have to remember, too, that most of the time whenever there's a calamity here, whether it's an earthquake, whether it's a storm or anything, we always say we're fine because I did tell Heidi, just so you know, the safest place.
Hey, Harry. Yeah, we're in a real safe spot.
Correct. In this area is...
May not look really pretty, but we're less than 2 miles from the airport.
Now, a lot of haters is like, oh, you guys are liars. No, I'm not, because guess what?
Come back on that,
we never
bitch.
Floods over here, and it earthquakes, but not like, none of that shit happens. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
anyways. Hey, Harry is in the house. Hey, what's going on? Driving to
Hey,
Pop's
Harry.
house.
Aw.
Both at the same
Oh, good to
time.
hear that. I mean, what I'm saying is he's around still. Yes.
Mr. Diaz is in the house. Good morning. Adam is in the house. That is a T right there, but I don't mind showing. I had Shakey's Pizza once. It was in the past. Pretty crappy. It's kind of like almost like it's not. It's trying to be like a Little Caesar. And if you guys are missing American pizza, it'll fit the button or spot.
The best
And
way
we
to
got
describe
most of
it,
it in the pandemic.
they're the most consistent one. We're not 100% happy with them, but
That, in other words, if you're going to Domino's, because if we'd have got a thin crust pizza from Domino's, it would have been way better. It was dried out. It was hardly had any cheese, and like for
what I'm getting at
1400,
is
that is literally that all we got was what was called two larges, and the boxes are about this big. Okay, and there was one large Coca-Cola, and there was no chicken wings, no nothing.
right now
1400 pesos, which is closer to
right.
$30.
So what I'm getting at is again like
Yeah, because 5 would be $10, so 1500 would
right.
be 30. So yeah, about $28 for what's
Right.
considered really two medium thin crust.
Now Landers, well,
And one was on sale.
Greenwich and Landers have the same issue in my opinion, aka they're somewhat
Wow, that means that one pizza at 900, because 1,000 would be 20, so that was $17 for the bacon one.
yeah. So
Wow.
Greenwich
In the
and Landers
Philippines.
are somewhat inconsistent, I guess is the word, depending on the shift. People that come in, we have an issue with it. Here's the problem, and
Yeah.
I just want to reiterate to Westerners. Okay, first off, you are in the Philippines, and the reason why prefacing this statement
I'm
is
just going to say,
because
lower your standards. Lower your standards.
Filipinos by default like spongy pizza. They like thick bread, spongy pizza. And what I'm getting at, it goes
Well, standards,
against.
expectations would be
Well,
the better word.
what I'm saying is.
Did you want me to do that now because of the coffee?
That's fine. What I'm saying is, it goes against their nature to make thin crust crispy pizza. Because Filipinos don't like crispy pizza. I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, some of you will argue, well, I know this person who likes crispy. I'm not saying they all don't, but a good majority of Filipinos don't want crispy pizza. They want spongy, thick pizza. And that's the opposite of Americans. Again, don't argue with me and don't go. Oh well, I know a lot of Americans like thick crust, thick spongy pizza. Okay, I get that. I'm not arguing with that. I'm saying majority. What I'm saying is, here in the Philippines, the problem is you deal with pizza chefs that would want to make thick spongy pizza. Okay, when I say spongy, I'm not talking about crispy. I said spongy, like you're eating off of bread. I'm not making that up. And we have that issue when we order in Greenwich and we order in Landers. Is sometimes even if we put in crispy thin crust pizza, we end up with a thick crust pizza because
every time you ask for no onions,
correct.
They send it with onions.
Correct.
It doesn't matter. It's like
it
they
goes
don't even see the ticket.
against their nature, meaning you have to remember you're not important to them as a customer. You are, but you're not. What I'm saying is they just make shit up, meaning la 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 la, boom, done. Next, la 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 la, done. What they're used to is what they're gonna make.
Right. It's pretty much, it would be just unusual to extra crispy a pizza.
Right, when they go like extra crispy. What do you mean extra crispy? Who would want that?
Just like it's the truth. You cannot change Filipinos. You're never going to change the country. You're never going to get people to pick the trash up off the ground, or the way they're throwing it down, or how the different things that are done, or if they're going to use a handsaw versus a miter blade or something to cut something, or all these. I might be saying that wrong, but it's a type of blade or the saw that you would use. I think it's called miter. But the saw, it's not because they don't know how to use it. Some of them may not, but for the most part, they do. Very, very smart. But it's not the way they're used to doing it. And if they came to America and you were building your house over there and your neighbor said, "Hey, I think you're doing that wrong," and they were foreign, you'd be upset too. So you have to kind of respect the nature of their things, because most of the time when we get food that's really bad off, or they didn't follow anything, although they say you can tell them what you need, or if you tell them it in the restaurant, it could come. You could say no mustard, no this. So it's either a miscommunication or they just don't do it. Some of the service is just absolutely out there. And we hear it time and time again from expats. We hear it on things that happen, like when they drop off laundry, they'll say, "Hey, no, conditioner or whatever, none of the softener on it." Most of the time, they miss all of this. So I think it's part communication, but the other part is nobody else asked for the stuff. So it's just kind of in their nature to keep doing it the way they're always doing it. So.
No, it goes into default mode. Yes.
Oh, Lou did say hi initially.
Yeah, hey, Lou. How you
Hey,
doing?
Lucca. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Lucca. How you doing?
Now, we have done S&R pizzas, but we burned out. I mean, like I said, I love pizza. When I first got here, that's all I did also was pizza. Like total burnout. Like we probably did it twice a week at least. So instead of going out to restaurants, we would order in and stuff. And there's also Landers. I think we prefer Landers
well, actually,
over
that's the thing. SNR fell into the same category.
Raw
As
in the
far
middle.
as
It was
Landers, yes.
most of it. Most their pizzas we can't handle because
Actually,
it's practically soft
like
dough.
Heidi says, we did used to get SNR pizza before we got Landers.
Once or twice
and
it was
we found
good.
Landers was better, but even they dropped the ball.
And finally, we only picked a pizza up when we went shopping. So we'd go like twice a month there to pick up items, and we had to give it back to them. We would show them
Yeah,
that it
while
was
we were
practically
shopping,
raw.
they give us a pizza, and we're like, "This, could you please throw it back in the oven? It's still not crispy enough.
Right.
It's still doughy."
No, it really was that doughy. So
and they look at us like, okay, not look at Heidi, but they look at me. I'm like I'm weird, and I'm like,
So
that's the point I'm trying to make. Is in their heads, it again. I'm not talking down on Filipinos. I'm just telling you guys they're just not used to Western pizza, and they wouldn't know until they live with freaking Americans.
Bad boy has 5 grandchildren. Wow.
Oh wow. Aw.
Yeah, George has 1 and I have 1, which we both together have 2. So we have
that
2
you know
grandchildren.
Of.
That is true, because George has got.
I'm joking.
Well, all of our kids are over. Even your youngest one, we've been here almost 5 years, is 23, 24 now. So yeah, I mean anything's possible. You got extra kids that are having kids there, George?
I'm joking, I said. Although the sad part is, I was talking to somebody, I forgot who it was, and she was like, "You only have 1 kid?" And I said, "That I know of." That's what I said. And she's like,
Aw, Bad
right?
Boy says he'll bring you a cross for her, a chain.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah.
So just kind of going through the comments. Hey, Paul's is in the house. What is going on? I know from CB, Enrique. Yeah, I'm not sure. I always wondered if you're the guy I know from CB. So I'm not sure. California. Aging is just a number. Yeah, that is true. Black Grandpa is in the house. You can read them from the bottom. There's other ones. I'm just kind of going through.
I know. Salita Diaz says, "Strong people don't put others down to lift them up." Correct. That's how I know the people I deal with, because most of the time there's people that do nothing but take us down, and I'm like, "What did I ever do to you?" And it's like, okay, well, that tells me a lot about you.
Yeah, I'm not sure I like that when you had the code on the screen, so you got most often. Oh, are you talking about the
barcode? But it's all right. We don't need it.
Well, like I said, although we joke around about getting stickers and money, we only put it up every now and then.
Yeah.
So But why not? I was like, why not?
Why not, right?
Right. Antics, travel, fun. Yeah, why not? There it is. Catch it while you can.
Is that it? No, that'll disappear.
Well, that'll disappear when the next comment comes
Yeah,
through.
no, there's one on the top.
No,
that
no,
doesn't disappear.
No, I'm gonna put it. It's there, right there at the top. So there's that, and then
That's interesting.
no, it always does that.
No. There's something that the mic. Anyway, no big deal. No, click on something else so that
I am.
It's a redundancy right now. Yeah.
You know what's a redundancy is you getting out of bed and not getting any, and then getting back in bed and the other things that you did this morning. That's a redundancy. Fun to see. Oh my God, I played with AI this morning and I tried to do that particular or the follicular of the vital side of the maniculus. And he actually answered back something. What did he say? He said something back that was kind of weird. And I'm like, is he just playing with me this morning? But I think he thought I said something else and was trying to do a bunch of weird words.
Yeah, I know.
Good morning, Ruby.
I'm having trouble. Oh,
Where?
You didn't finish it.
Oh, sorry.
You put it up and you never read it.
Hey, Ruby. I was getting out to see Ruby.
I'm having trouble with a fella wanting to rent off of him when I get there. Okay.
Is he talking about renting from a person here?
Yeah, I would be careful because, again, for the most part, they shouldn't give you a hard time.
Don't give deposits up front. A lot of guys start giving deposits when they're in the U.S. or they get them off of Facebook. I would probably say half of those are fake. If you go to the main profile and look at their profiles, you can really tell if they're true real estate people or people that rent multi-houses. A lot of them will just have one item and you'll keep seeing the same house rented all the time. It doesn't mean it's a family house. But a lot of these people will put deposits up through Gcash and stuff.
And also remember, it's kind of like a girlfriend. What I'm saying is, I said girlfriend because bad boy's a guy. What I'm saying is, it's kind of like a girlfriend. If you have a girl that's interested in you and it's kind of like desperate, I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like a red flag. So in my opinion, that's a red flag. So I wouldn't. Could it be a good rental? It could be. It could be. It could be a legit rental. But what I'm saying is the fact that they keep bugging you over it, I would stay away. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Yeah.
Unless you know the guy and they're like, say, hey, I can't hold this rental for you. I know you, you know me, and I can't hold this rental for you anymore, man. I have to get away unless that's a different story. What I'm saying is you already know the guy at that point in time and you already have a rapport and there's a history with you and they're trying to make sure that you get in. That way they get somebody in who knows you. That's a different story.
When I look at these uniforms, it reminds me, or where it looks like uniforms, is where we watched that Burger King thing from 1988. It was so weird watching the
weird video.
For those, if they're interested, we don't make anything off of them. We just create the playlist because we watch them ourselves. We've got a playlist. It's called Antics Old TV. And there's one where we have morning wake up music that's 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000 music mix. But we just added recently, it was a Burger King clip of an old camera taking like the employees and the people in there eating and stuff. It was a weird video to actually add. But they had like an old clock on the wall. Wow, is that them already, George? Yes, it is. That's you. You're up, babe. So it looks like we got some coffee and we got CC's.
Oh, is that the McDonald's?
Yes, babe. That was quick. It must have been the one up the street then. Yeah, that's good timing, isn't it? Who is it? So we went ahead and ordered Cece. She'll get an ad to her, what's it called, and we got coffee. Set it on the cord. You probably didn't hear me for about a minute because it just said the microphone got restored. So see, that's what happened the last time. The cats, when they got up there, and this is a newer system, but the cords itself is like really unsteady. So sorry about that, guys. When in the Philippines, I never ordered pizza for delivery. Always have fresh cooked pizza from the oven and fried chicken at the shops. Yeah, you probably talking about the littler shops. The drinks are for us, and yeah, so there's one of the things she was
I
ordering.
got McDonald's.
Now,
You
I
ain't
do want
got
to let you know this
McDonald's.
morning I did feed the boy.
What? What boy? Me?
I made the pancakes that was made with oat flour and bananas and eggs. They're high protein, and then I put 2 eggs.
It's on me.
You didn't get fed this morning?
It's right here.
Well, yeah, you're still over there eating it. I know.
No, I'm so. Oh, it's right there on the camera.
Yeah, people could see it. So I did feed you. But the pancakes are pretty good. They taste almost like blueberries. But I make those pancakes all the time. No, Ruby's saying she just gets her pizzas from the local shop, and I don't mind it. It's just I can't handle some of the Filipino pizza. It's super soft. But I'll tell you what, for the price difference, I don't mind it because there is. But I want to tell you something. Even in Mabalacat and Angel City, they're starting to charge.
Here's the toy.
The prices have, of course, gone up.
Thank you,
So
thank you, bad boy. Yeah,
they are
no,
now.
I'll bring her the stuff after the live.
Okay, here you go. So here's a coffee. I got you a caramel coffee.
Yeah.
So that I did. So
Oh,
thank you literally for the coffee and
look,
the support.
they have the Happy Meal, but it's
They never put it in the box.
in this bag.
They put it. They don't.
No, they never put it in the box. So I guess I have to assemble the box.
Yeah, you have to assemble
So
it.
I can. That's so weird.
In one of those, that's the orange drink, but there's stuff in here for one's for her and one's for you.
Well, I mean, it's obvious which one's which. I mean, it's.
Okay, that's for you. No, there's something else inside.
No, the
This
fries.
is yours. No, this is yours. That's
No,
yours.
I know. I'm putting her stuff in there.
So
Her
I got
burger.
this is curry
And
chicken. This
her
is the
toy.
new curry chicken and rice.
Where's
for
the
you.
toy?
Is there fries?
Yes.
All right, so that's your hash brown.
Yeah, and yeah. She gets fries. We get hash browns. Yes.
Well, I only got you some food because I'm still full from the I
How
put
does
2
this-
pancakes with and of course no straws because they've got the plug in the front of this, so you have to use the plug.
How do they lock it?
I don't know.
Oh, they probably use tape because it doesn't lock. There's no lock. But anyway, here's the Happy Meal with the food, and I just put this food inside, and then see the. I mean, I can't open her toy box obviously, but this is what they look like.
Yeah, they got little.
They're like little K-pop figures.
She
So,
gets
yeah.
so excited when she sees
Thank you
them.
so much, bad boy. She'll really love this, I'm sure.
I don't know if you want to get a.
I'll let her know who it's from. She'll probably like, but
Oh, here you go.
yeah.
If
What's
you're
that? Oh,
hungry.
yeah. No, I'm not gonna eat right now.
Okay, you want to put that in there and eat it later then for lunch?
Yeah,
bought it so you
I can
could.
probably eat it. Right.
So, anyways, the Filipino pizzas on average are close to 400 for a small one. So for it being $9, yeah, I see Mary. Mary's down there getting all excited. Don't forget you'll have to.
Mary's like, what about me? What about me? Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Oh, the drink's in here, just so you guys know, in case you're wondering what this is.
All right, guys. Philippines, Anawan. Is that how you say it? Anawan and Bus. Mm.
I like Shakey's pizza the best here so far. I personally like Shakey's, but some people don't. Some people do.
I like Greenwich. I officially flipped the Greenwich recently. For the price, you're paying a fraction of the cost. You're not getting the fill. See, these local mom and pop restaurants that Ruby's talking about, their pizzas used to be 250 and 300. Now they're jumping to 400 and 500 pesos. I get the cost, but when somebody makes 1,000 pesos a day and they're charging 500 per pizza, it doesn't match wages and value sometimes compared to, and we figure all that. I'm married to a Filipino. I've been here for almost 5 years. I consider all those things. It doesn't matter if I have 50,000 US in the bank or $5 in the bank. I still look at, me and George look at everything because we never said we're here on open money. And so it makes a difference when, and that has been the average price.
Hmm. Now, keep in mind also, be aware. Now, the C-19 virus, you're like, wait a minute, that's a little bit of left field. Why you bring up C-19? Here's the reality of things. C-19 changed everything. That includes restaurants. If you disagree with me, then you need to go out and touch grass. What I'm
Touch
getting
grass
at
and
is,
kick rocks, bitches.
even when me and Heidi were dating, I even said, just so you know, the restaurant I'm bringing you to was really good before the C-19 virus. Right now, I can't vouch for it. And the reason why I say this is because, right, keyword is, I'm not the only one who says this. After the C-19 virus, things change, restaurants change. It's not the same anymore. So for those of you who haven't been here after the C-19 virus, shut the F up because it may not apply anymore. And the reason why I'm saying this,
quality versus the value versus the wages.
right?
Because if you were in the US and your ass wasn't quite minimum wage and you're not up there making doctor money, if your ass was making 20, 30, 40 bucks an hour, which people do not make that, these are all rumors. So let's just say you're making 1,000 a week or 1,500. You're not going to go to a restaurant that's going to actually charge you $400 for a meal. So if a day's wages,
You would if you're at your anniversary, but that doesn't count.
right? But the whole thing is to give you an example, if somebody's making 50, 60 bucks in a day after taxes, they're not going to go and pay
Normally,
that. You're
no,
not
you
going to go
won't.
buy a $60 meal.
In fact, the richer
And
you are, the more you hold on to your money.
truck drivers, your average working person here, which is most 60% of the country, are definitely making under 1,000, if not hardly that for a whole household. So when you charge 500 for a small pizza, it kind of makes you go, "What? This should be decent quality." And then
Right.
when it's not, then it's.
Now, for example,
But most the average retired people will go ahead and pay
right.
it.
Now, for example, like I haven't,
Picky bitch in the house.
like I brought it up during the live before, but I haven't vouched for them because I can't vouch for them because my experience with them is pre-pandemic, and that's what I was getting at. Now, me and Heidi has never been there. Me and Scott have been there, but we didn't eat there because it was still closed, aka we were there too early. Scott in the world is in Isa. You've seen her in the room. I believe he's in the room right now.
Not heard of these guys.
But what I'm saying is, me and Scott went to Armando's, but it was still closed because they opened after lunch, and we were there before lunch. So, okay, we're not gonna wait, and then we moved on. My point being, Armando's Pizzeria has been there for eons. I believe they've been there since the 1960s. Now, what I'm saying is, I can't vouch for their quality after the pandemic. I remember eating their pizza before the pandemic and it was excellent and it was unparalleled. So I'd hate to say this, or rather, I wouldn't say I'd hate to say this. I really think that me and Heidi should make a trip there once to at least settle the score whether they're still good or not. Because I remember Armando's, in my opinion, is the best pizzeria here in Angel City. Always has been.
Okay,
And it's unique. Don't bother googling it or looking for other branches. There's only one Armando's Pizzeria, and it was right down in the main street of Santo Rosario. But point being is, last time I've been there was closed, and Heidi has never been there at all. And so, um, for those of you who've been there, let me know. Let me know.
All right. So the deal is that I was thinking about the treadmill. So we've
Oh
only
yeah, the
had it for a
treadmill.
couple
Yeah.
days. Yeah, I lasted like a whole 5 minutes on it. Honestly, it was probably closer to 3 minutes. So one, I started getting dizzy. But here's the thing: it's like we moved it to the other room of the house. By the time I cleaned up the floor, moved it, and did a bunch of stuff, I was like, crap, man, I got tired because, again, my loop is really, I get extremely exhausted. I get on there and I feel like I'm losing my balance anyways. I get the tablet set up so I can watch something while I'm walking. And I figure, oh shit, man, I can get 30, 40 minutes in. Easy, man. I get up on that thing. I'm about a couple minutes in. I'm like, man, I'm tired. I'll do it tomorrow. It's like my hips started hurting and my lower back is what felt like it was breaking. But I did X amount of work just to get ready, and I'm like, shit. And by the time anything past 12 o'clock, I'm out with my lupus. So I did get on it. Didn't yesterday because same thing. We had to move a bunch of stuff in the living room because where the aircon is gotten clean, and then we had to put it all back together. And it was a rigmarole yesterday, man. JH have no ideals. Any truth to the rumors Jen Mark's wife, every man is dating? Well, yes, of course.
Oh no, that's
Now
truth.
there's
It's
no
not a
doubt in our
question. I
mind
mean,
because it showed her. He passed away sometime before
and
Christmas.
she
The
should. She
next
should.
month, yeah. The
She should.
next the next month, well, here's my opinion. Now I could see it because it's been a year. But initially, by New Year, she was out going to parties, hanging out. There was
Well,
rumors then she had already moved on, but
well,
nobody's
okay.
sure of that
Well,
shit.
moving on and going out with somebody are two different things. But what I'm saying, she should. She should.
She's really young.
She's young enough, and even if she was old, she should.
Oh wow, yeah, that's right. Bad Boy is in Yorkshire.
Oh wow.
Oh man, we were talking about this show yesterday. We were watching. I was showing George, and they have it set up in the UK, and it's about
It's
the
like a big
Victorian
giant
age.
mansion or something.
It's a
Jesus
big
Christ.
mansion where they show all this cooking and they talk about the Victorian age. And the production seemed to have started 7, 8 years ago. So we don't know if it's on in the UK, like they show this as a regular show on like cable or something, or if they produce this just for YouTube, because sometimes people do, but 7 years ago it
No,
probably
it was a
wasn't.
high production. It was
It's
really
nice.
beautiful.
It
Yeah.
like shows how to set your table for Thanksgiving, and then the person requested butter to be made, and they took it another part of the house, and it was high production. It was interesting. That's like my thing these days. Is I told George, I said instead of being like Muscaba or when I calm down, what is it you say, Wusaba? What?
USA.
What?
USA.
Like when I'm really pissed off and I want to choke somebody out situation going on here in the film. He's like, think about not being deported.
Or
Goostrava,
as Ross would
Goostrava.
say it, unagi. Ross. Friends.
So yeah, friends. So anyway, so instead of doing that, I end up just chilling, right? And I watch like Martha Stewart and I watch these other things and I've been watching that. But now I got George all hooked up in the border patrol shit from Australia.
This tea tastes like coffee.
Yeah, I'm sorry that your tea tastes like that. Hey George, tell me what you think about border patrol. Tell me what you think about Australia letting foreigners in.
Oh my gosh, that's hardcore.
He's now he used to see it some, but usually George is gaming or he's doing
Okay, well,
answering
here's
emails
the
or
thing:
something.
is they're rule stickler. What I'm saying is,
Hardcore.
even if they want to let the guy in, sometimes they can't let him in because according to the rules, they can't.
Depending on the
And I'm like,
visa and
damn, like it's like you guys are. But okay, there's this instance that a guy,
oh, look at Mary.
a British guy, in fact,
Uh-huh.
rescued his brother.
You guys see the animals?
Yeah, he rescued his brother from a cult, and because he rescued his brother from a cult, he ended up getting charged with use of a deadly weapon, use of deadly force, burglary, assault, that kind of stuff. And they looked into it, they investigated, and it It was all true. The guy wasn't making shit up.
Mhm.
And guess what? They couldn't let him in because, according to their rules,
It's criminal. It's over 1 year. It
it's
depends.
still illegal, even though he was on the right. He's no, he wasn't joking.
More than 1 year in
He did
Australia
swoop
for
down
certain
and save
visas,
his
they won't
brother
let
from
you
a
in.
cult, but because he got charged of all those crimes, I put air quotes on him because it was just, and
Looks like I'm never going to
even
Australia.
they saw it was just. They couldn't bend the rules because
Can you
you
hand
know.
me your plate before the cats get it? The
No,
dog and cats.
they haven't been. They haven't been.
Okay, well they've been kind of over
Yeah.
there.
But no. Point being is they're rule stickler apparently over there in Australia.
Well,
Yeah.
and what's most of the people here's the thing. You know what I think? It's time to do a Rafi Tufel next, and I think we're going to do a border patrol, and we're going to bring up all the criminals and all the things that they like, everything they've been doing, but there's quite a few from the Philippines that come through there. And then usually they're based on looking for jobs and employment. They're hardcore, man. They're hardcore. They, even if you say you're not, they brought too much luggage in, they know they're not there. They're there to work. If they brought it, like one woman wrote something down on a piece of paper that they found in her suitcase, and they actually still denied her visa because they thought she was a prostitute. It's crazy. It's some crazy shit. You guys got to watch some of them airport border things, and they cover everything. The mail that comes in. Sometimes they're on boats. Sometimes they go out and about to employees and look at the companies. And George's like, "Wow, they do all kinds of stuff." I said, "I told you. I've been watching this shit for like a month now, and he's now just catching on to it." And I'm like, "Where you been?" So it's like watching cops on acid, man.
Yeah. Now, Adam just real quick. I had Shaggy's pizzas in the past. It's pretty good in my opinion. No, it's still pretty good. It's still pretty good.
Yeah,
Even right now to this day, we still think it's pretty good.
we put it in the top along
Right.
with cab pizza. We like cab pizza.
Which is what he said. Yeah, never tried yellow cab pizza.
Yeah,
Is
yellow
it good?
cab.
The only reason why we slowed down or stopped using yellow cab is because the last time we were at Yellow Cab Pizza. Okay, this has nothing to do with the pizza itself or the branch. So what I'm saying is the last time we used it when we swiped our card, it got blocked. And it's because
Oh,
the
speaking of which,
bank thought
speaking of
that
which,
we use it in a now keep in mind we were at the mall. We it was used in a I they didn't use the word shady, but point being is they thought it was not a legitimate
there's only
place
one
and
shady
they
person in this
may
house.
or may not have been used in an improper manner. So I'm saying what the bank told us, and we're like, shit. The reason why I said shit is because, man, it's like
You still can't tell that's a
we don't
Christmas
want to
tree.
go back to that branch again because we
Hey,
don't want to get our
Curtis.
card blocked again. And you guys would do the same thing. I mean,
We only ordered it one more time, but we did no. That's
right.
why we liked it. We ordered it versus paying
No,
for
no,
it there.
we like yellow cab, yes,
And
but
speaking of which, we talked about the medicine the other day. I'll take back that Watson's wasn't able to use my card because I keep forgetting that it's not 4 pins. I only put four
oh
pin
yeah,
numbers in, so that was my fault. It might have worked.
guys, remember when you're here in the Philippines, if your card is from the US, okay, that's easy. It's a 4-digit pin.
But it's a
If
Filipino
you're in the
bank.
Philippines and your account was from the Philippines, don't forget it's a six digit pin.
Basically, the last number of my pin is continuous, which
Well, point being is it's four
I
digits in the U.S. Again, I don't know
I
where it
agree.
is any part of the world where you guys are watching us right now, but if in the Philippines, if you have a Philippine bank account, there's no such thing as a 4-digit pin.
Oh, okay. So, Ruby says she meant okay. I thought you meant like mom and pop restaurants. So she is talking about small shops like Shakey's and Greenwich. Yeah, we like Greenwich and Pizza Hut.
Those are all good.
Actually, we
Shakey's, Pizza
like
Hut, Greenwich. Those are all good.
right. I would put like Domino's, Pizza Hut, Greenwich, and Shakey's. I put Shakey's at the bottom of all of the others.
Oh dang!
No, Shakey's is way at the bottom as far as if I had to order. So, anyways, for those that have joined, we came in early because we both been up since about 4 a.m. George was supposed to get him some, so instead of fighting, he was going to get some loving, and then I had to beat his ass anyways and get him moving. And I said, "Bitch, we doing a live stream today." And I said, "How about we talk about we've done size matters in the Philippines? Now put it back in your pants, boys, and don't try to compare. All you guys out there, whip it out right now. Let's see it." No, not you, George. We know you loaded. So, anyway, so size does matter in the Philippines. We covered this like once in a 5-year period. And I was sitting there telling George that basically I'm fat, retired, and it does make a difference because we looked at several restaurants the other day and all they had was these small plastic chairs at most of these restaurants. I was
They
like,
do.
uh-uh.
They do.
It's hard getting certain sizes. If you're anything beyond an X large, which a lot of these guys arriving are, the X large here on average on clothes and shoes are not going to fit. So expats are always looking for clothes. Their cars are a lot smaller. Getting on a jeepney is. The beds.
Oh,
Although beds on average are the same, they're still everything is a different size here.
well,
Even the measurements are different.
yeah, that's what I was gonna get at. Before you arrive to the Philippines, do the conversion already. Like for example, I'm like a 9.5. I'm a size 45 here as far as shoes are
We
concerned.
both wear the same
So what I'm saying
size
is,
45.
I'm 9.5 in the U.S. Know your size in the U.S. and then convert it to Asian size, which again I'm size 45, just to show an example. That way, when you go to a shoe store, when you say 9.5, they'll be like, "Huh?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it's a everything's going to make the difference. We've seen guys bust their ass at immigration, okay? I haven't had to go for a while because I'm permanent resident now, but over a almost 5-year period when I kept renewing my visa, we would go in there every 2 months because they wouldn't do a 6-monther. So on my type of visa, it was every 60 days. And was it 60 or 90? Now I forgot. I've been on the permanent resident for 2 years now. Was it? I think it is 60 days. I thought we had to go in every 2 months. Yes, it was every 2 months we went
Oh,
into the mall.
you mean back then?
Yeah, the
I was gonna
tourist
say
visa
you don't
part
have
of
to
it.
go back till next year.
I don't even have to do that. All of it can be done online. So the yearly thing will come up in January when it starts again. So even I lost my place
Well,
there.
it's every 60 days. Yes, it's every 60 days for a tourist visa, but like buying this is once a year, and then now you're at a marriage visa, which is once a year.
Everybody has to do the once a year reporting for most. All those that are here permanently have to do the yearly report.
Oh,
I
that's
only
the
have the
annual
other
report.
one.
That's
The
you
other
have no
card
choice on
is
that
either
one.
3 or 5 years. I have to renew my
Right.
card every 3 to 5
An
years
annual
with a fee,
report is a separate charge and a separate transaction. So
which is if you're here permanently. Those
yeah.
people know who they are. Ain't going to go through this and argue with people that they know better and they know this. Basically, if you're here permanently on a specific visa, you'll know who you are, whether you have to report or not. But when we would go in there, we've seen guys actually, these chairs that they put out are like super thin. Okay. And it's like they try to sit in them, and these guys are 200, 250, and mostly American and European guys. And they would just sit in these chairs and they would go right
Well,
back down.
it's real easy. They have those plastic chairs in the U.S. too. What I'm saying is, if you can sit on an old keyword old plastic chair in the U.S., then you could probably sit here. But what I'm saying is, if it
These chairs don't even remind you of
well,
child size.
that's what I
They don't,
said.
they seem like they're thinner here because of the heat and
That's what I said. If you're used to sitting on a new plastic chair, that doesn't count because a tensile strength of a plastic chair that's fresh is different from an old one. And Heidi just said it. These are old plastic chairs, which means they're brittle.
even at Candy Palace, most of their chairs there. I just seen his new place. He put all plastic chairs out. They sit outside in the actual heat. It makes me nervous.
No, they
and
get
it's
brittle.
like,
Yes.
that's why I make sure at least if I go to their restaurant there that we are able to get the actual solid chairs. I ain't even gonna play around. This is a big bitch here, man. I'm not. I mean, so it makes a difference. Like there's there's a restaurant we're going to go to called Wooden Table, I guess. Literally, they got wood tables there and the chairs are comfortable. And we checked out several restaurants. And two of the reasons we didn't go to most of them, one, they didn't open till 4 or 5 o'clock, like they limit their hours. And then the other one, it's like that in the Middle East too, in certain parts of Europe, but it's limited to certain hours. And then the other ones, every one shows photos and videos. They're mostly plastic chairs. And I'm sorry, these tall, big guys and all this makes a difference in all of it. The clothing, it makes a difference in the jeepneys getting in and out of them, especially we're not young. We're not spring chicken. So let's say that I was George's size. Even George has got a bad back, for Christ's sake. So there's a limit to us in age. And then we were talking about dating. And so basically, these guys are coming here bitching about their Filipina being overweight and what the women look like around here. And then they turn around and they themselves are no prize. And so I'm like, no, we got to do a live stream on this. So
Well, and like I
it
said,
is what it is.
the reason why we get a lot of flack is a lot of people don't realize the type of people they are, the ones that actually troll us. What I'm saying is, again, they rag on the Filipinos, and I'm like, dude, one, you're racist because you can't think that somebody's better than you or smarter than you. Two, you can't accept the fact that you're dating a Filipina or Filipino that's younger than you, and you can't look in a mirror and say the same thing. Am I fit? Am I thin? Am I worthy? Odds are no.
Mhm.
And I'm not being mean. What I'm
Well,
saying
here's
is,
my deal.
that's what I'm saying.
Is
These
I feel
people
these guys think
that
they are better.
correct. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna call you guys out. You know how many
Right. The people who think they're better are usually the ones that aren't. That's my point.
the biggest things that we get is that I'm fat. That's the first thing they come back on is how fat that I am or how big I am. And I'm like, bitch, I've been like this since I was like 20 years old. I've lost a ton of weight. I was just skinny. You just seen me in the video in Mexico, thin. You know what I mean? And the whole deal is I've been up and down in my weight my entire life. But it's those other bitches that are in denial. They think they look good. These guys are 60, 70 years old, late 50s and stuff, coming here thinking they're a prize to the girl. When the reality is, your wallet is the prize. I don't give a fuck who you guys think you are, or it's a bite of reality. Because if George died and fell down the stairs and I had to barbecue him into a cremation and dump him out in the ocean, shit, I would just dump you in the lot across the street. I'd be lazy shit. I didn't last 3 minutes on that treadmill. I'm just gonna dump you across the street over there, okay?
Right.
And then I'll just do a barbecue here. But the whole point is that these guys, they're just not
Next.
a
Okay.
person.
So now we've got that out of the way. Another thing that guys and girls be aware. Here's another issue. So
Yeah.
because now
If he
now
died, I'm not going to move on. That's what I was going to say. If
Oh,
I
well.
died, there's no way I would move on and
What I'm
date
getting at
somebody.
is
I'm in reality here.
some of
that
you will be at that stage at this moment in time while you guys watching this will be at that stage like, well, I bring this, I bring that.
to
What
the
does she
boss.
bring?
Right, that
Okay,
too.
first off, second off, that's another argument that you're gonna lose. You know why? One, true love don't give
Oh,
a
Sarah,
shit.
hi. What you think, girl? Check
Yeah,
it out.
and anybody will agree with me on this. If you guys are truly in love, keyword, if you're truly in love, you don't give a shit what your partner brings because guess what? That's not what love is about. Love is being, again, unconditional. Keyword unconditional. No reasons whatsoever to love your partner.
You gotta love them unconditionally. If I put on another 200 pounds, people are like, oh, it must be nasty being with
what I'm
Heidi.
saying
Or
is,
how can Heidi
some.
be with an Asian?
Well, what I'm saying
and
is, a
she's
lot of
we hear it
these
all day
expats
long, and it's
will,
like,
at,
you think that affects our
right
lives,
after
bitch?
now, after I said, well, look at yourself. You think you're a prize? Now they'll be like, well,
Know your value.
I bring in my wallet and whatever. Well,
That's pretty much it.
that's the thing. It's like,
No talent
well,
asses.
okay, there's a difference between knowing your
Oh, sorry.
value.
Did I offend some YouTube channels? Take your butt hurt ass and take it on the other
Well,
side of the
point
fucking lake
being
and go fuck
is,
yourself.
if you truly love your partner,
Mr. Butt hurt. There's you some
and
content.
anybody
bitches.
will agree with me this. Anybody who has a successful
Love
marriage
is in the air.
will agree with me on this. If you guys tally every little thing you do for your partner, your marriage is automatically a failure. Fact. Because that's not what marriage is about.
That is true.
What do you think your partner is going to say the moment you say, oh, well, I did this for you. I did this, and this is what you did for me. You really
And
think they're
I'll
going to stick
admit, I
around
fell
after
in
that
there.
statement? They're going to be like, divorce. Boom. Point being is, no, you never tally. Ever.
No.
And that's what I was getting at.
Oh,
If-
you can trust and believe me and George fight over shit. There's different things where we disagree on how something is to be done or what we know about stuff. You can tell by the way we talk, how we talk about subjects. And then I realize George has got ways, I've got ways, and he's smart on a lot of actual things. There's 100 different ways to skin a cat or skin a Filipino. I mean,
Wait,
to make a
what?
Georgie coat. A piece of chicken on your neck.
All right, Ed Gaines.
The only thing that stops me doing a lot of things that are in my head is the law. Bad boys, what you want to do. Coming for you. I'm telling you, I'm about it. Shit, I thought about that the other day. I was like,
I
the
wouldn't be
only
surprised
thing.
if one day you'll be wearing my face during a live.
If there's some sort of whatever that happened to coup and insurrections, whatever happens all over the world, and the law goes away, you guys are fucked. Because I'm gonna tell you what, you bitches that talk on air, you bitches that talk away, the ones that like to flap their jaws, the ones that talk shit in America, family members that talk shit, anybody, you ain't about it. I'm about punching your ass in the nose when you fucking deserve it. Bottom line. So what I'm saying is the only thing that stops me is jail and the laws. Because that's about it. Some people are like, oh, well, I just wouldn't do that. I'm a nice person. I'm this. You keep on being like that. The only way is to teach a lesson.
What?
So I'm too fucking old for that shit. I already told George, I don't give a shit. I run out there with no bra on. I ain't brushing my hair half the time. I'm in full fucking retirement mode, just like I would be fucking back in the US. And it's like, fuck that shit. Most of the time, I'm too old for that shit. But the whole point is, I ain't got no time for that shit. It should be like the West. Wild, Wild West. Hit him in the head with a bat and drag him, dump him in the lot somewhere.
Wait, what?
Anyway, last
Is it like the Neanderthal era?
pretty much. What I'm saying is there's so much shit going on. It's just like most people ain't about it, but you trust and believe you got that one right here. And you kind of semi brought it up, and I kind of ran my mouth about it.
Huh? What?
Somewhere in the subject, or did that just come off the top of my head? If there was no law,
Apparently, I guess so.
somewhere around about. You have
Right.
to rewind it and watch, guys. I was there last time before the lockdown. That's how I met Daryl.
Oh,
Are you
okay,
talking about
okay.
the vlogger Daryl? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Daryl lives, I believe, still in Tarlock or something.
Yeah.
You're talking about that Daryl. Unless you're talking about, oh no, he's talking about Daryl. the
Yeah,
British
Daryl,
guy.
British
Sorry,
Daryl,
Sorry,
yes.
yeah, Daryl. That's
Yeah,
right.
no,
That's
British
right.
Daryl, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you met him here. I know you've been helping him out, but I didn't know you met him here. Yeah.
My kids always crave for Dee Dee's pizza. I haven't tried Dee Dee's.
Okay, the reason
Family
why we
business
haven't
is
gone
really
to
fun.
Dee Dee's is
The
it's
parking,
not
it's always the way the cars are parked too.
it's not necessarily the parking. It's getting in and out of the parking lot. It's like a pain in the
We
ass.
would literally from here, it's not really far away. We would
But
just take a grab down there.
when Heidi says parking, is because there's been construction going on around it, and there's well, not right now. If you go over there now, there's an overpass. Well, a human overpass over it, right where it's
The
at
one they
now.
overcharge for.
No. It's people. It's a walkway.
Yeah, I know. They just built one that
They charge people for it.
No, George. There was a whole scam thing going on.
Oh, that's a
where they
different story.
spent-
That's a different
yeah,
story.
there's-
But point being is because they were building it,
it's the same
they
as
took up
the
part of
let
their
them.
parking lot, and bottom line, you know how construction
Every
is.
time we go by,
It was a
consider
pain.
it.
It was a
Yeah,
pain
the parking
to get in
wasn't.
and out of it.
So
Yeah.
then we're like, we'll go another time or take a grab
Yeah.
down there. And then when we're sitting here, we're like, we might as well order. So we every
Right.
excuse
It's one of
to-
those things that kind of,
It's hot today. It's
whenever you feel
94
like going in,
degrees.
something always somehow
We're
pops
like,
up.
we can just sit here and watch a movie and
Yeah, but no, I
hanky-panky and-
mention it to Heidi all the time. Oh, there's Didi's Pizza. You want to go over there? You know, that kind of deal.
I have not tried pizza from Shakey's, but every other food I ate. Hey, we got to do more pizza topics next time. Say pizza in the Philippines. We got more comments about pizza today than we have being fat. You guys don't want to talk about being fat, man?
Now there used to be a Shakey's closer, by us, but it's not there anymore, and it's kind of sad because that's where I had
Armando's, yeah.
memories. The reason why that was a big place for us is because before Philippine Rabbit, the pickup spot is right in front of Shakey's, and why that's important is because, well, guess what? Right before we go to Manila, before we take the bus to Manila, we would have Shakey's, or the same thing when we're on the way back to Angel City. When we get off from the bus, guess what's sitting right there? It's Shaky. So I had a lot of memories on Shakey's. It used to be right by the terminal, but it's not there anymore. It's somewhere in closer to Marisol now, kind of deal. I said closer. It's not there, but it's closer there. But you guys get the picture. Point being is it relocated. It's not where it used to be, and that restaurant that used to be there isn't there anymore at all. So
Interesting. Here you
Hmm.
go. It's stating here 1 second. Message from the old YouTube manager. 1 second. Right.
probably not.
Probably not. But we'll see. I mean, they should, considering they take a gap out of the money and all this other stuff. They ought to come up with a better software through
Back in the
YouTube.
2000s, Armando's Pizza had a piano bar and plays music at night. Quite a good.
2000, you.
No.
I'm trying to remember.
That's
if it was
afterwards. That's afterwards. I wasn't here anymore. I wasn't here anymore. That was before my time, or after my time, rather. The back, it's reversed. That because in the 2000s, I was in the U.S.
Now
already,
that sounds
so
like an explosion. That popping noise
could be, yes,
could just be the neighbor falling out of bed.
could be.
Yeah. Hi, TT.
Oh wait! He says Armando's. No, I wouldn't say early 2000s. It's ever since I've known Armando. Sorry, I was thinking of Shakey's.
Armando.
I just realized Armando's.
Yeah, we've
No,
been talking about Malroy.
Armando's. As far as I knew, ever since I had conscious thought, it always had a piano bar. Yes. Sorry, I was thinking of Shakey's. No. Armando's always had a piano bar. I don't know now, this moment, because like I said, the last time I was there after C19, he was closed only because we were there too early. Me and Scott and Isa's World were there. And it was closed, but it was still there. Point being, it was still there.
Yeah, he's talking about what we were talking about, that show with the mansions. Yeah. Yeah, I'll get the name off. Where the lives, they got millions of pound mansion home with 16. Yeah, it's really big, and then they do a bunch of stuff inside it.
Yes,
It's
a
wild.
Victorian something. Yeah, I forgot the title.
My wife's boss brought her to a steakhouse here in Toronto, Canada, and the bill for 5 people, 16. Oh, no
Whoa.
doubt. Yeah, no
Whoa.
doubt. Yeah, no doubt. So,
Right?
mhm.
Wow, it's a lot.
Yeah. 2 of my cousins. One is a lord in the House of Lords. Other is a MP. Gotcha. Lord CR. So many titles given out in England too. It's crazy. Well, I wouldn't say a lot of them are of course handed down once the titles actually come in. They're handed down, which sometimes comes with the land and the house.
Some titles can
Yeah,
be handed down, some cannot.
with the
Depends
land and the
on how it was.
houses.
Yeah, depends on how. I'm not sure. I'm not British. I wouldn't know. But
My cousin is Lord in the house of Lord's Crayer. Horrible guy. Oh yeah, they don't have to be nice people, do they?
well, some people let it get to their heads, and a lot of people will tell you it's just a title. It really doesn't carry anything. But some people let it carry to their heads.
Well, no hope for me. I hear you. Ain't nobody gonna give me a title, especially when I talk about good thing. There's the law. You know what I mean? But you got to be about it, man. Especially when I'm in pain. Oh, God, I don't get it. Okay, I'm gonna do what George just said. Hashtag cancel Heidi. I was in so much pain. Oh, I am bruising. You notice that?
I would hope you're bruising. You're still alive, so
Yeah, but the bruising is coming up again. I got like one at the back of my arm really bad. So, anyways,
that's what you get for not making me a sandwich.
hashtag cancel Heidi. I was in so much pain yesterday. And if you'd have gotten my way, I told George I'd have kicked the baby yesterday.
Wait, what? What baby?
Anybody. I said I'd kick the cats, kick you, or anybody else. I said, I don't give a shit. That's because the cats were all underneath my feet. You kept getting in my way. And when I'm in that much pain, like a scale of a 20, I said yesterday, I'd kick a 2-month-old baby.
Damn.
Fuck that shit. I don't give a shit.
Damn.
I'm telling you, I've worked one-on-one with people that were super terminal. And I had a father-in-law that was super terminal. He had throat cancer. And he was so much pain in the end, he was cussing people out. When you're in that much pain, you don't care who's in your way.
No.
And I was in a lot of
I get
pain.
that. I understand that.
Because, like I said,
I don't agree with it, but I completely understand.
Yeah,
it.
so I was like, yesterday I was like, that's what I said out loud. I said I would kick a 2-month-old baby
you
if they
can't.
acted up.
You have no control at that point.
No, I mean, of course I haven't, but what I'm saying is that I said if they're acting up and I'm feeling this way, I told them yesterday, I said that's how much pain I'm in. I don't care at this point, you know. I was feeling like a smooth criminal yesterday. But no, it's bad because I have such bad herniated disc, and then it limits my movement. So when you walk funny, it messes with the knees that I need replaced. And then I have sciatic nerve. It runs all the way down my left leg. And midday, that's it. The movement becomes minimal, and that's why we got the treadmill. But until I get using it all the time and get movement, it's just a vicious cycle. Hashtag cancel Heidi and bite me on that one. Really awkward seeing a big expat trying to get into the tricycles. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Thank you, Ruby. The tricycle adventure. And like even the e-trike we have, I sit in the back. I can get in the front of it, but it's kind of odd. We've seen guys at 200 pounds. Okay, let's just say they're about half my size. Okay, and you get guys that are in there at 180, 170 trying to get into these trikes, and even then they have a hard time. Okay, because of their height and their size, and they got the oversized stomachs, and that's where all their weight is, guys. That's where it is in the midsection. That is true. You see most of the expats here midsection. And when they get on those e-bikes, trikes, or in these trikes, it's hard getting it out of there. I have been in them.
They're
it's hard
by
getting
default
off.
really low. Yes.
And we just take up one spot. So you got to know that when I get inside, it's just me. George has to ride on the other side. And that is like that for some. They might have a kid next to them or something, but
and the same argument.
true story.
I did
Ruby.
mention jeepneys earlier. Now jeepneys are not low, but they're the reverse. You have to go up about 2.5 feet off the ground, which is again you just climb up these little steps, right? But that's not the issue. The moment you climb up those steps, you have to duck and you have to crouch where your knees are almost touching your chest. And I'm not making that up. I'm not making that up. What I'm saying is, if you can't do that, don't go on a jeepney. Do yourself a favor. Don't go in a jeepney. In fact, I don't mind doing that because, again, I can still do it. However, I usually wait for a jeepney to have the front seat empty Put it that way. And I'm not that big. What I'm saying is, I'm not that big, and yet I prefer to wait for a front seat of a jeepney to be empty so I don't have to deal with that. And then to add things off, if you're germaphobe,
Oh
yeah, that's
no.
another entire
I
different
mean,
animal.
you're rolling the dice on head lice,
So, well, what I'm
hepatitis,
getting at is
TB, because people go coughing
right.
and
So if you're sitting on the very end of a jeepney, which odds are you won't, because if you go in a jeepney, odds are it's already populated, and usually people want to sit on the
there's a
very
couple
end of
other
it. That's
diseases.
the first.
I am
Yeah,
one.
if you go inside the cab of a jeepney, the first spots that are taken are the farthest away from the cab, the ones right by the exit for obvious reasons. That way they just hop off. They don't have to crouch down the whole tunnel of the way. So what I'm getting at is, if you hop in a jeepney, if you're germaphobe, one, you're gonna be sitting with people. Okay. Two, not only that, part of the courtesy of sitting in a jeepney is you hand the change over to the driver. What it is the people who sit farthest away from you from the driver will hand their change to you to
Mhm.
hand over to the driver. So you're like, not only are you like not obligated, but you're a complete jerk if you don't. If they hand you the change to pass over to the driver, then you're a complete jerk. And if you
The
do,
newer generation kind of gets
well, point being is, I really don't recommend a jeepney ride to Expat. Period.
right. And then Ruby mentions Grab. So let me discuss Grab. Unless you order, if you get their economy one or something, most of them are going to be like the car that we already have. It's really short in the back. So if you're 6 foot tall like I am, if you're shorter or something, maybe not so bad because I can fit in there. But you're usually, it's not the most comfortable getting in the back of these cars because the cars are smaller and more compact here. So you like sometimes like I've had to take a wheelchair. Now I haven't had to use a wheelchair. So for those who are like, oh well, Heidi's just falling apart. She needs to go home situation. No, I've bettered my life. I started eating healthier. I know it sounds like I haven't, but believe me, 75% of the time I'm eating health food. Matter of fact, George was looking for snacks. What did you find in the house last night?
Peanuts?
Nuts. Yeah, we had nuts. I've got raisins. I've got sunflower seeds. We don't keep packaged foods. So we end up doing things like this, and we do them mostly during the live streams and stuff. But if you're back to, I was in a wheelchair. We had to get the bigger. I almost lost my spot there. At the grabs, we would get the vans and stuff. And for my height, we would get the vans sometimes. And size, of course, size is mattering. And it just depends because a lot of times you can't even get that. So I had to get out of using the wheelchair, started to improve my life because why? Because when we got to the mall, remember we had to wait longer to get the bigger vans because they don't always come through and stuff. So I was like, shit, I got to pull my shit together. And that's when, I'm like, got to lose some weight, got to get moving more and get away from the wheelchairs because long term standing and the pain problems would cause me to need the wheelchair. So
Right. So now since
but
you
that is
brought
cool.
up Grab, and I'm not the one who brought up Grab.
Oh, yeah.
Again, hashtag cancel George, because there's expats going to argue with me on this one. Fuck you. You guys don't know shit.
Fuck
All
you,
right. Here's
bitches.
how it works. The reason why I'm bringing this up now is because the issue with Grab, first off, there's nothing wrong with Grab. Me and Heidi use Grab all the time. No big deal. Great service. Never fails us. Never had a problem.
We got to redo. There you go. I'm gonna redo the
All
Bad
right,
Boy song
here's the
for
issue with
Expat.
Grab, and I say issue, and this is where I said hashtag cancel George. They're like, what are you talking about, George? What do you mean cancel George? What do you mean F you expats?
Fuck
The
you,
ones that
Expat.
argue with me are the ones that you should again look at yourself in the mirror.
Usually
Here's
the
the
ones.
reality with Grab. The reality with Grab is the higher you up in the community, aka the higher you up, if you live in a better subdivision than most, it's like this. The Grab issue skyrockets, aka if you live in a community that your Grab never gives you shit, aka they cancel on you. Oh, they cancel. Oh, they don't want to pick you up. Oh, this and this. Why they don't want to like pick me up in this subdivision? Why? You know why? It's not because you live in a lower class subdivision. You got it backwards. The reason why they don't want to pick you up where you're at in your subdivision is because it's a high class subdivision.
Man, this is a lot of
The
reading.
higher class you are in a subdivision, the more Grab will not pick you up. Because the reason why I started with this is because a lot of you are like, oh, I live in this nice subdivision, this gated community. I never have a problem with Grab. Well, guess what? You're not that special. You live in an average community, motherfucker. Point being is the higher you are in a subdivision, that you live in a subdivision, you may or may not have a problem with Grab. My point is, if you don't have a problem, then fine, you don't have a problem. But don't get mad at me because I'm saying this. That's because Grab is picking you up in your subdivision. Guess what? They're picking you up because they don't have a problem. They don't get flack. They can come in whatever they want. They're not,
Fake, of course.
of course.
Yeah.
But you guys
The
get the
latest
picture.
AI is
My
getting
point
crazier.
being is there's a lot of places in the Philippines that Grab cannot go inside these gated communities. Not because they're the lower class. It's the reverse. It's the higher class communities that Grabs will not go inside. Because it's not that the Grabs refuse to make money. It's because the freaking communities don't want low class Grabs going in their community. Get it? Has nothing to do with, oh, well, you're scared to be, you know, held up or something. No, no, you got it backwards. Grabs go everywhere in freaking, they go in freaking alleyways and shit. They don't have a problem picking up anybody in low lying areas. They have a problem picking up somebody in high class gated communities because those high class gated communities don't want them there. Keep that in mind. So again, hashtag Castle George. I know some of you expats who are watching right now. Oh no, I never have a problem with Grab picking me up. Yeah, because guess what? You're not that special. You just live in any other community. Like I always tell Heidi. No, they live in this regular neighborhood. It's not a special place.
Black Grandpa put on here, my stepchildren sent me a 4X shirt from TGE Philippines, and when I tried to put it on, it didn't fit. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. My size is 3X. I felt like a regular. Hello, George is wearing a 6X.
It's
If you
a
didn't see
6X.
that, Black Grandpa,
And
we're both wearing a 6X.
It's not that loose. It's really not. Look,
right. So
look, that's how loose
and
it
I
is.
don't wear a 6X either.
It's
According
not that
to
loose.
this,
I'm not that big.
they had Asian size and it said regular, right? So I'm assuming it was European size, and it still showed that size on regular size. And I was like, no, I still expect it. And it gave a weight. It was up to, it showed 350 or 60 pounds. I was like, no, it'll at least fit me. And then boom, it came, and I was like, dang, man, dang, we didn't get the X large.
No, there's barely. No, that's
And it's meant to be a flowing
that's it
shirt.
right there.
They called it a Korean. It showed that
And
it angled
it's-
out, so it was meant to be a flowing shirt
Look,
of a
look
of a
at look at the
6X.
shirt right there. Look, that's it.
But the skinny people, that's what it looked like on the people that were wearing it. Remember, it's
That's my point.
Korean
Look,
style.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's slack.
Well,
It's
again,
not a lot of
that's
slack.
right. So even now, what I'm saying is, even if we bought you a 2X, it's meant to hang like that.
I wouldn't fit in a 2X at this measurement.
Babe, you're missing my point. What I'm saying is, it's supposed to hang and be baggy no matter
I
what.
get that, but at 2X, I highly doubt I would fit in it
Well, yeah, I
at
doubt.
this measurement.
Yeah, I would doubt so.
Well, first
too.
off, I'm already aware I won't fit in a 2X. No, really. I usually wear a 3X shirt, which is not that big.
right.
No,
So,
I'm.
I hear you, man. So
Yeah,
even,
let go of your Western size. Put it that way. Yeah.
even the size 45, that's a size 9.5, 10, and it says it's an 11 for women or something. If you buy them from certain places, they're not even the same measurement. You have to read
No,
because
no.
inside of Lazada, it'll tell you the measurement of the shoe.
Put it-
for that.
yeah,
So
put it-
they're even the size 44, 45 are not
Yeah,
standard
put it-
with
yeah.
every shop, because we've ordered probably at least a dozen type of shoes since we've been, and they all come
Yeah.
where they really like, man, this is tight, this is weird. And it's kind of like the
Well,
U.S. You'll have that issue, but here, really, it's
put it this way
irregular.
again, for those haters who are like, oh no, you're just fat, George. That has nothing to do with it. What I'm saying is,
Tighten up, bitch.
well, that's
Tighten up.
okay.
Tighten up.
What I'm saying is, for
Mhm,
those of
it's
you
really
where a medium in the U.S., the conversion here is 3x.
Pretty much. Remember,
Has
she's
nothing
skipping
to do
3
with
days.
whether I'm fat or not. That's my size medium shirts fit fine right now, this very moment.
It's
And
one of
they're
the
the
places,
equivalent
yes.
of a 3x shirt. I'm just letting you guys know the conversion. Now a 3x won't, it'll probably be slightly looser than a medium, but if you go any smaller, it's not gonna fit.
Ruby's saying that at SM and Marquee they have the large sizes, but in my opinion, they're still not the sizes that people are probably the same as Walmart. So I get that. I can still wear Walmart clothes, but it's, yeah, I mean, yes, and don't be knocking me out next month, right? It's the truth. Hey, hillbilly in the Philippines.
Hey Linda,
Hi.
yeah,
Linda
it's
was
the
like, that's
truth.
the truth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the truth. Yeah,
Hey,
hillbilly. Hey hillbilly, how you doing?
Hey, what is going on?
Hey Bookham Dano, shout out Antics.
Hi,
Hey
good
Bookham Dano.
morning, Bookham Dana and Panay is in the house. Oh, Harry was asking the question. Sarah, hi, got in. Thank you. She's asking how you're doing. Do you know anything about Live Oak Floor? Yeah, they're just having their conversation. Love Harry and Sarah. I like petrol cloths. I find them in 3X in the city. Gotcha. Like I said, they've got, usually like certain sizes that are up there fit me. And I've been buying clothes. I mean, I've been here
Oh,
almost 5 years.
3X. If it's 3X, that means he wears medium size in the US. Or
Or
well,
large.
he says petrol. I don't know what medium is in UK because he says petrol. He's probably from UK or Australia. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, sweetie. He asked, did you live in the US? Yeah, over 28 years.
Yeah,
So
28 years, give or take.
Again, we'll mention it on the side note. We mentioned it on our last live stream. We, don't give exact numbers and dates. So most what we say is off, which just to protect some stuff. And secondly, we ain't exactly the greatest with numbers either. So our lives are about as real as they come, unscripted numbers. Hell, this morning I couldn't even remember in counting money or where I set money. So it's just, things are really off in our life. But
We're real people. If you have an issue with it, obviously, then you have issue with people.
they just got an issue with their own pathetic lives, whether it's with their wives.
What I'm saying is, the only time I've only had one problem in my entire life, keyword entire life, and it was here in the Philippines. It was this Filipino asshole that questioned me about the dates. And you know what? He was right. I was off on my dates. But you know what? It was like over 30 years ago. Screw you, motherfucker. I highly
Right.
doubt you even know your wife's birthday. You know what I'm saying?
King Corn Julio
Yeah.
has subjects bring him the toilet paper for his bunghole, right?
TP for my bunghole.
Bunghole. That's probably going to be the next shirt. We're going to have to get those Beavis and Butthead shirts, babe. That'll be funny. There's a Beavis and Butthead shirt we're looking at. That would be funny. Sounds like a sweet gig. It comes with money each day, thousands a week, and a big home. Oh, he was talking about where they get the titles and stuff. Yeah. We have never complained about prices in the Philippines. Get a life.
There you go.
Okay, well, we discussed that yesterday, so I don't know if that's at the crowd or specifically to us.
Well, we never complained about it recently.
Oh, I do all the time. That's what I said.
I said recently, like right now.
Okay. You don't. I bitch about prices all the time.
I'm saying right now. This entire life, you did.
Yeah, I talked about the prices of the pizzas because and the same with paying the trash guy. It's not. It's the principle.
Oh, that has nothing to do. Well, the trash guy has nothing to do with the price.
If they're making $1,500 a day or 1,500 pesos, okay, which would be a really good job here. I didn't like paying $1,400 for 2 thin pizzas. Just because we have money in the bank doesn't mean we need to spend money. And if I can't replace the money, I'm going to bitch about prices all day long. I'm going to do it because of my issues that I have, because I calculate numbers and see numbers and all that. Unfortunately, I'm a over middle age woman that once you hit a certain age, you bitch about all prices.
Well, the
So
pizza, okay, the price.
even if when we had tons of money and we were just spending $70, $80 on a lunch in the United States, unfortunately, I still bitched about shit.
Well, what I'm saying is the pizza. Okay, the pizza for the exact same price, we could have like literally had a buffet of chicken,
Pretty
like
much.
different flavored chicken. Bourbon chicken. Garlic parmesan chicken. No,
And that
trust me,
wasn't
we
directed at
we
you, Book'em Dan. I'm
we
just
would
saying I
have
get
we
your
would have
statement for
had
sure.
a buffet of chicken for
But
the
I
price.
knew that would come up.
Because that price, honestly, that's another thing. For that price, we could have had 3 pizzas somewhere else. I'm not, exaggerating here. It's
Well, that's
fact.
the Domino price, and
Well,
usually there's
well,
other
that's my
things,
point.
whether it's cinnamon sticks. But yeah,
What I'm
it
saying is
was a very bad
it's not
deal
about
yesterday.
it's not a real question of price. It's a question of value.
It's where I feel that things are, like when somebody hears we're only paying $5 a month for a trash man, including tip. It's like, but no other Filipino in this town. You wouldn't go to the U.S. and pay $200 double. Okay, let me see. I'm exaggerating on that. I think the trash in the U.S. was what, $80,
Well,
$90 a
that's a
month. So
different
if you paid
story.
$180 for your trash in the United States to be picked up, then
Well,
it would be.
trash in the U.S. involves more than just picking up trash.
I'm trying to make an example, but
I
I
know
get the
that, but
conduct. I mean, these guys are manually hoofing it. I get it. So what I'm saying is, this is the way I see things.
no,
It's
no,
kind
no,
of like
no, no.
when, yeah.
What I'm saying is in the US, you're not just paying for trash. It's usually trash and sewer, trash and something else. It's not usually just trash. Trash
Mostly,
and
well,
water, trash
we
and
lived a
sewer and
few miles
water.
from you. We paid water directly to City Hall, and our trash
That's what I
was through
said.
Waste Management.
Usually
And
it's
through Waste Management, it was.
right. It usually adds sewer. Keyword sewer.
Oh, okay.
I just did say that. But what I'm saying is with the trash here, what I'm saying is it wasn't an argument about the price. It was a question of principle.
It's all about principle.
Well,
When somebody's charging,
what I'm
a
saying,
day's wages for a pizza up the street at a place that's not even regulated, I got
no,
100 problems wrong with doing
no.
it.
What I'm saying is, it's not a question. No, you're getting me wrong. The reason why the trash was brought up is because he was collecting sooner than he should.
Ah. Black Grandpa's like, I'm 6'4". Yeah, I'm 6 foot and 265 pounds. Yeah, I got you beat on that, but I don't even try to hide that. I won't be driving in anything but car, vans, and buses. No, because you got to be comfortable. That's another thing. Is that's the first thing that I look for is comfort. Like I told George, and here's another thing. For our big asses, when you go walking around for a while, ain't none of you no fucking spring chickens. You vloggers, you people watching, all those that are coming here, on average, you guys are 40 to 70. Most of you watching us is in that age group. Your asses are cranky, your bones are creaky, and you're going to want to sit down eventually. Like even when me and George picks up something to eat, like something to eat while we're in the mall, we want to sit down somewhere. Most of the times, there's no benches or anywhere to sit down. You just have to keep on walking. And at that point, with my lower back, it's like I got to sit down for a few minutes, George. I mean, I guess I can lean against a wall, but you kind of get to that point and everything. But you have to be comfortable, and finding good seats and being a certain size is going to be, it's just one of those things you'll put in a category of feeling a discomfort of being in Asia. And then people are like, oh well, you should have checked that out before you moved there, and Asia might be not be the place if you're bitching about prices. And shit, I got the right to be here as much as the next, and there are bigger people, the Filipinos, the Asians, everybody's getting to be a bigger size, but you do have to adjust. I mean, evidently I'm adjusting. I just won't frequent a place, of course, that has plastic chairs. I'm not going to stand and eat either. So I'm kind of all over. But
Okay,
you got my point. You'll adjust.
now this is actually part of it. It's important. Like Blind Grandpa says, I'm 6'4". I'm 265 pounds. I won't
Mhm.
be driving in anything but cars, vans, and buses. Okay. Now he added lol there. Now here's the thing. It's a serious thing. The reason why I say that the reason why I'm bringing this up is actually to be specific. Specifically, again, hashtag cancel George. For those of you who want to argue with me, looking at yourself in a mirror, the real reality is, if you guys decide to buy an e-trike, okay. First off, we chose the e-trike that we picked because it's the biggest e-trike of its class during that time. It's the most cost efficient one. There's nothing wrong with it. Heidi fits fine in it. Me and Heidi drive around with it, no problem. In fact, we may drive around it right after this live.
We're gonna wear these shirts.
No, there's no issue with the e-trike whatsoever. However, here's the problem.
Oh,
and
did I mention this is a half shirt on me?
right now, here's the problem, and this is very important.
Who wants to see that?
If you're an expat and you don't have family, or you have what I'm saying, if it's just you, remember, okay, this gentleman called Overstay Road. Hey, Overstay. Now, Overstay Road used to have he used to have his Overstay chopper, as everybody used to call it. Now, the Overstay chopper has a back seat. Well, it has a front seat that slides down to turns into a back seat, and
You
then
might as well remove that front one and just sit back
okay.
with our height.
Well, what I'm getting at is the issue with our that we have the ESRV2. Okay, it's actually a very advanced model. It's a great model, no issue with it. However, there is a design flaw in it. Okay, the design
There's
flaw,
other vloggers that have it.
right? The design flaw with it, and again, that's why I said hashtag cancel George. The ones that do have it or something similar to it may argue, oh, it's a great one, whatever. Well, yeah. Again, I'm not arguing it's not great. Here's an issue with there is a design flaw in it. The design flaw is the center of gravity on that thing is off. Now, what does that mean? It means it has a high tendency to tip over if you
It's
turn.
gonna tip over if I sit
If
in
you
front
right,
because I can barely. In other words, I can sit in there. That's not the problem. But
right.
even
The
a
heavier
200
you
pound man,
are,
I've watched him
right.
squeeze into that.
The
sucker.
heavier you are, right. The heavier you are, the higher tendency of it tipping. When you make a turn, it has a very high tendency of tipping. One, because it's a tricycle.
With me in the
Two,
back, does it seem to be more, or when I'm not in the back?
no. Anybody who sits in the front with nobody in the back.
Okay,
If
that's
there's
what I was
nobody in
wondering.
the back, that's a problem.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, without you, what I'm saying is, if Heidi's in the back, it's not gonna tip.
Of course not.
What I'm saying is, the heavier
Of
the weight
course.
is on the front, since if Heidi's in the back, even I have to watch out if I make a turn. And keep in mind, I'm used to riding motorcycles and tricycles. I'm not talking about, little pedal shit. I'm used to actually riding motorcycles with sidecars and shit like that. So I have experience. What I'm saying is, even an experienced motorcycle, tricycle driver I have to pay attention and be careful on making turns on that thing because it has a tendency to tip. And what I'm getting at is, Overstay Road again used to have this Overstay chopper, as he's called it. Now they have a newer model of it. Oh, thank you so much, Ben Kind. Appreciate you so much, Ben.
Well, thank you, bad boy.
Oh,
Thank you, bad boy.
oh, sorry. Now what I'm saying is the the Overstay chopper, the newer model has a roof now. And what I'm getting at, those are probably, if you're single, get that one instead.
My fat ass is about ready to get one of them 3-wheelers and run some bitches over on the street. All the ones out there driving crazy
Well,
and the motorbikes. All
the reason why I
somebody.
say that is because it's not because of space.
Oh,
Right. I'm not saying that because of space on the e-bike.
we had to just get some 3-wheelers.
It's because the center of gravity, since the seat on the Overstay chopper is so far back, that the probability of a tipping is way, 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 way nowhere
even with
near.
his wife and kids, he usually puts the kids in
No,
between.
it
and
won't.
that's
It won't.
scary.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you're saying it won't?
It won't, because of the center of gravity. It's all about center of gravity. The closer the weight is to the rear wheels. Yeah, exactly. Again, that tells you, again, since I'm uneducated, yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, you get the picture. Point being is the center of gravity is closer to the rear wheels, the lower probability of it tipping. Go ask any fucking engineer.
Good morning. Pee Wee
Yeah.
Barnes is in the house.
Oh, hi,
We have not
Pee Wee.
seen
How you doing?
We used to see your stuff all the time on TikTok. Good morning, Heidi and George. There's a festival in Angel City near tomorrow. See, we just checked all activities. We did not see, but there's always tons of stuff. This usually
Well, I
tells
already
me
said you can't. You can
you can't keep up
go.
every
No. I said Google. You can't trust Google. Never trust Google.
Yeah,
Especially,
interesting.
especially about the Philippines. Never trust Google about the Philippines. It will always give you the wrong information. And I just said that. I just said that right before the live. I told Heidi, don't ask Google. It's gonna be wrong.
The statements are always weird. Okay, so I wear 2X in the US, but a 5X.
Yeah, exactly.
5X, duh, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay, I see
no.
the difference. Yeah, and the 2X, it'd be
Yeah.
a 5X here.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so 5 and 6X shirts and stuff I can wear, depends on what it is. But
2XL.
I am really big. So, yeah.
No. The reason I'm thinking about it is
Because I can wear the 3, 4Xs at
because, like I said,
Walmart, and
I wear
have put
medium.
on
I wear
weight, so they're not exactly the loosest, but yeah, I'm up there, guys. Like I said, I ain't even gonna lie. I look like a sumo wrestler, so it just
yeah.
gets
No,
to be.
the
I'm not
sizes
600
here.
pound life. You may think that, but and especially to a Filipino, they definitely will see me as being that.
But what did it
size.
ask earlier? What it said something else like Asian size, and what's the other option?
No, it says Asian and standard. Like on
standard.
Temu,
okay,
it says
standard.
Asian and standard, but if you click on either one, it still shows.
It's still the same.
Yeah, it was kind of
That's kind of dumb.
Well,
man.
no, I know it'll say the same, but we ordered standard. These are 6X on standard setting. There's a standard, and then on the right it says Asian.
That's what I said.
So what I'm saying,
that means
it
it's
said
the
standard.
same. Yeah.
These are not. These are still Asian size. So
no,
it didn't
obviously.
change.
I mean, like I said, I wear
Right.
medium. I still wear medium. I mean, I still wear my old shirts,
Bad boy.
and they still fit fine.
Bad boy's asking about how much should I pay for a grab from the airport to the city. Well, you're asking on that. Or you?
Well, I don't know where he meant though.
Yeah,
I
and it's going to
mean,
depend
I
because
wouldn't
Angeles
say
City
on average
is real.
200. I guess.
Depends on where he's going. If he's
That's why I
coming
said
from this
we
airport
don't
in Angel
know.
City, couple hundred, it'd be
Yeah,
about $5 US,
couple hundred on
300.
an average.
But if you, I don't
Yeah.
even know, if he's going from Manila, will the grabs? The grabs will not come that far. So not like the US where they'll go 60, 70 miles.
No. Okay.
Because we used to take the airport.
The grabs,
because we were near the airport.
first
in
off,
Florida.
it depends on the grab, and odds are if you're using a grab, yeah,
probably 300.
you
total,
probably will
and you have
have
to set it up in
well, what
advance.
I'm saying is, for example, if you live in, for example, just an example, let's say you came here in Clark, okay, right down the road from us. You came in Clark Airport, and you live in Baguio, for example. If you try to book it, just an example, okay, if you try to book a grab from Clark and you book the hotel, or that's where your girlfriend is or wife is in Baguio, for example, you'll be sitting all day over at Clark because nobody's going to pick up that ride. Because what I was getting at is, again, that's an exaggeration, but it's possible. Grabs go by most of the Grab drivers don't own their own vehicles.
Okay, it's the same as, rideshare's been around a while.
Well, what I'm
It all
saying
operates
is,
the same.
if you don't own your vehicle, you're limited to what they call a boundary. And the reason why they call it a boundary, because you're limited to a boundary.
Yeah, Ubers are the same thing.
Right.
It actually, you're only allowed to be, for us, we were only able to. But the thing I wanted to mention is that we were able here to they'll pick us up here, and they have dropped us off at Clark. We have been stuck where the guy says, I don't know if you can be picked up from this area.
Right. No.
That
There's
can
boundaries.
happen.
Yes.
So, well,
but worse if they don't own their vehicle. Yeah.
for some reason, I guess when they drop you off in that area, well, I just don't think there's anybody in that area. But they actually warned us when we went.
But
into Clark.
that's Grab though. That's Grab though. Cabs are a different story entirely.
Yeah. The sizes here are a hit and miss. Yeah, we need too. Hit and miss for size shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely will be. When I get there next year, I'm gonna have a few of those traditional Philippine shirts. Yeah, that's another thing. I have tailored clothes here. So I have where they did the shirt and shorts. Remember, it was during the pandemic. George, we
No,
went
it's not that.
to tailored.
You still wear them?
They're upstairs. I on the occasion.
That's what I'm
but
saying. I don't remember seeing you
Well,
wearing them
because
anymore.
I've been limited to going up and down the stairs 5 times a day, they've been up there, and I only keep so many of the clothes down here. So, in other words, I don't have all my clothes. I've got tons of clothes. I just don't. I circulate and wear them forever, and then the rest of
Well,
them go
then don't
upstairs.
wear any.
I've already shoved that chicken in your mouth, man. You've already worked my nerves today, Einstein. So, but no, you can. That's the other thing you can do. It is fairly inexpensive. Again, complaining about the price to a Filipino, they're probably not going to pay to have somebody tailored. I think the biggest thing they tailor clothes for here is school uniforms, correct? Instead of buying them in a shop, we said that one guy
Yeah,
had all
no,
those
no.
orders.
Yeah, no.
They make the school uniforms.
They have them made, yes.
I actually took when I couldn't find some things in the pandemic and got nervous, and I, instead of trying to order online and figure it out whether it was going to fit or not, I knew there was a big size in Asia. We went down and had a guy make like 3 of the outfits. We gave him, he measured me and then asked me, and I bought the material, and that's how it works. So you usually get the material you want, and then I took him something to show him what I wanted, and he made it. He had both. He just made it from the pattern. Good morning, Victoria. Victoria's in the house. Hey, Heidi and George. Yeah, we started early, and like I said, we don't know. Usually, we start at 9 o'clock. Sometimes I have a hard time getting up. This morning, I think I've been up since 3:30, 4 o'clock. But I fell asleep yesterday at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. I was so exhausted and didn't feel good. So then after, let's say, what, 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I was about 7 hours in.
No, that was weird. The messages were stuck and it wasn't easy.
It's been locking up. Yeah, there was a whole day we didn't get messages. Like we lost in our messages through YouTube. Like for 12 hours they were totally gone and everything. Regular size thin pizza is $3.99 at
Shakey's.
Yeah, this was a large that we had gotten, and it was 800. It was a specialty one, but we didn't realize it was only thin because,
Oh, it's thin crust.
right, we thought it was a full size. We didn't see where it said thin next to it, and we received the thin. But when I went and looked at the receipt, not the order online, it said thin. And I was like, I don't remember ordering a thin. But the one that was 40% off, they were selling the larges at the 400 pesos yesterday. And so I was like, yeah, let's order pizza. It comes with 6
Yeah, it wasn't
slices,
the size, it was the thickness.
Oh, you had the pepperoni on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the thickness that we had an issue with, yeah.
I just bought the times 39 patches. They work great. Huh. What was that for? What were the patches for?
X39.
Are they like vitamins or something?
What are X39?
I'm
Now I'm
not
curious.
So maybe he's mentioning an old bike. Maybe it was patches for a bike or something, maybe? The old bike. Maybe it's for a motorcycle or something? Because we were talking about trikes and bikes and everything. Bad boy. I used a good e-bike with a trailer, not joking. Cheaper than cars. Gets my son Kieran to drive me around. No, it's I like that name, Kieran. That's something different.
It's a good name.
Yeah, it's a good name. The e-bike, we've had that now. Are we 2 years in on that?
3 years.
It'll be 3 years in January or February. And because this is our fourth
It's actually
Christmas
charging
year.
right now because we really are going to take it out.
Yeah, we're gonna go out here in a little bit. I was just thinking, can we do me and the cat food, or it went between my legs?
No, it'll go in the back. It has a carrier.
Well, I don't know. I don't remember us doing both on the e-trike.
Yeah, it'll do it.
Well, shit, it's like 50, 60 pounds worth of cat food.
It'll
It's
be
the
fine.
oversized
It'll
bag.
be
It's like,
fine.
shit, there's only one room for fat on the back of this trike.
Wait, what?
What? Hell yeah, bitches.
I have a lower chance of tipping. No, I'm not joking. The weight, like I said, the again, just do a simple visualization in your head. The more the passenger is closer to the rear two tires, the more stable the bike is. So,
Yeah. It's like, George, we saw you.
hmm.
After my trip to Philippines, my kids have told me to leave the UK. I'm telling you what, it's now more than ever around the world, people really need to make the decision on what makes you comfortable, what is inexpensive, what is your ideal of paradise, not what others' ideals of paradise. And a lot of these YouTubers will feed you more than their ideal. We just say it like we know it
Yeah,
and try to,
and
we're not out there and like trying to show things. We've done some stuff in the past as we were out and about, but we're not going to go out there and show you the beaches and this. We're just showing you and talking about what's a basic situation going on here.
well, and again, you guys don't have to hate us because you don't agree with the stuff we say. The fact is, when I say this is the law, I even say you don't have to follow it. I'm just letting you know what the laws and rules and
Oh,
regulations are.
Pee Wee Barnes seeing you on MacArthur Highway.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, because I know I've seen her where
I
she's
kind of
done
figured that's
videos
what she
here.
meant, but I
Oh,
wasn't
okay,
sure
George, we saw
where.
you. Yeah,
But
where?
yeah, no. So yeah, so that's what I mean.
You sure it was George? There's a lot of Asians that look like George.
Oh damn, that's a little dark. But anyway, let's say racist, a little racist. I mean, that's what I meant.
Oh, I'm gonna be racist. I told you I'm gonna be racist wherever I'm at. And if people can't take a fucking racist joke and all that bullshit, fuck them. You look like the other brown people on the street.
Damn.
You get lost.
No, I don't get lost. You lose me in a crowd. There's a
No,
difference.
not really. You get lost. I lost.
No, I
I
don't get
lost you.
lost in a crowd. You lose me in a crowd. There's a difference between the two statements.
I hope you get that cat fever.
What is wrong with you?
I'm still in pain. No, poor Bella. Bella Bear is my favorite cat. She's been around almost. Matter of fact, wait a minute. Was she our oldest? Yeah, we got Bella before we did Gucci. The
Yes.
oldest in the house.
Yes, we got Bella in Emissions Testing
Hi.
Center.
Oh,
She was laying there
there
in the
goes
middle of the
baby
parking
boy.
the middle of the parking lot in the Emissions Testing Center. And we swear to God, she didn't move for the entire day. She was in the exact same spot, and we thought she was dead.
No, the whole group over there had mange
And
and that kid. We picked her up
yeah,
around.
well, no, I did talk to the owner of the emissions testing center. I said that cat over there in the middle of the
That's our
center.
maniac out here.
Could we have her? She says yes. How much do I owe you? And he says nothing. And no, but no,
She's sick. So each one of these guys have been going through something. Last was Pigsy. She's been good for a few, probably 2 weeks. Now Bella is totally different. She's got some sort of fever, like her ears are warm, and we've got medicine for that. It's like a Tylenol for animals. And but she's been sneezing, like she does nothing but sneezing. And I figured one of her nostrils is clogged up, but she keeps sneezing. And like me and George realized, we sweep up, we mop up and everything, but like we have a room that they're in that we don't do it on a weekly basis. I said no, we need to start doing it on a weekly basis.
well,
But
it's their cat TV.
yeah, they sit there with their nose against the screen, and I'm thinking it's multiple things that could be making her sick, or she could just have a cold from what it's been raining and
It's
then
been
the
raining.
humidity, and
Like I said, it could be just
but she's been sneezing and
she's been watching
coughing.
cat TV.
Yeah, so oh yeah, the Philippines traditional, yeah. Uh, could be Fiesta at Angel City. They do celebrate twin Fiesta. One is City early October. The other is the last Friday in October.
Fiesta Apple.
Yeah, I mean, there's always something. I mean, I have to check. Oh, Thaddeus is talking about La
Fiesta-
Union, famous
I thought
for the
Fiesta
custom
Apple was
baroques.
over. I think Fiesta Apple was over. Unless I got that wrong.
I have Adrian in Angel City on Walking Street order me my size. Why do you get Adrian from Walking Street to get your clothes? I mean, aren't you Filipino and expat couple? I mean, why would you have Adrian do it?
Oh, really? They changed the name of Fiesta Apple.
Did you hear that?
They changed it to Fiesta Kulyat now, apparently. Um,
6 days ago. That must be the one there. We don't keep up with that stuff. We used to constantly read the news, ask people, go through things, and have all this up to date information. Then we realized every day we were just chasing things, and we report when we know things.
what's the date today?
Today's the 9th. Today is Thursday, the 9th for us here in the Philippines. Yeah, the 9th. Was that the 8th, the 10th? Does that say the 8th on that? I think that says.
Well, no, that's different.
Something that says the 10th. Okay.
Oh, okay. No, it's apparently the the 12th is the officially they moved it back. That's why I thought it was over. They rescheduled it. They moved it back.
Okay, what is your opinion about them saying that they have Adrian on Walking Street, that guy that does the shout outs and sells merchandise for other vloggers down on Walking Street? Why would you have Adrian get you your clothes
That's
with all the
fine.
people? Well,
You-
I'm not saying it's I'm just saying it's kind of odd with all the Filipinos and shops and everything else why you'd specifically, unless you just hang out down there and
No, I mean
everything, maybe
if it's
you're
convenient for them, that's the only thing I can think of. I mean, if he's there all the time, I don't. I mean, I guess. What I'm saying is that's the only time I would ask somebody like that. You know, that's the only time. What
Well,
I'm
as a
saying.
Filipino or someone that's been living here, I believe they've been here for a while, that I would just go to somebody.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, for example, it's kind of like
Unless he's a specialty. I know that he puts up other people's merch. I know he's
well,
created some shirts, but
what I'm saying is,
maybe he's got a
I personally
connection.
won't do that. The only reason why I would do it is because if I see him on a regular basis, kind of like if I want a specialty noodle, I'm not if the Sar store right down the road has it, I'd rather buy it in Sar store because it's on the way to and from home. You know what I'm saying?
That
Versus
is,
going into a supermarket that's off the way.
it's you. Okay, so I'm
Well, I'm just letting you know. I mean,
right.
that's
All right,
the only
that's fine.
reason why.
Fiesta Oppo. What is it about? Do you have any idea? I mean, I don't.
Huh? No. Has nothing to do with it. Pinatubo is different. Pinatubo, no. Okay, Fiesta Apple. Apple is a location. Okay. Um, every location here in the Philippines, it's not even barangay. It's 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 hard to say. I can't say community because for example, though, okay, there's several little sub communities in though. Same thing with Angeles. You can't say Fiesta Angeles because there's several communities in Angeles. So it's Apple. That little area is its own community, and that's why I can't just say community because it's literally communities. They're like sub communities, and they have their own little fiestas, and that's what that is. Now, Fiesta Apple, of course, bring out the patron saint or whoever the patron saint is of Fiesta Apple. Usually, by default, it's usually the Santo Nino and the Mother Mary is what they parade down the streets by default in most communities. And then there's some rarities that they would bring, Saint Benedict, depend. That's very rare that they vary from Santo Nino and Mother Mary. But what I'm saying is Fiesta Apple it's that area. It's actually right by Nepal. Fiesta Apple would be somewhat in the area where Overstay Road goes to that market. He goes to the market. They call it Apple. So no, it has nothing to do with Pinatubo by any means. No. I don't know why they
Yeah,
call
but
it.
that's the other.
Yeah, I don't know why they renamed it Kulyat. Now Kulyat, I don't know what Kulyat means. Um, They just renamed it literally this year. Um. Oh, okay. They named it Kulyat is because I guess that's where they're having it now. It's the area there. I guess Apple is the area, but Kulyat is a specific area. I guess that's why they renamed it, which is kind of weird. It's kind of like a good analogy would be like if before they called it Fiesta Balibago, now they call it Fiesta Red Street. If that makes any sense, it's more localized and centralized. Apple used to be the area, but Kulyat is a specific area of Apple. If that makes any sense. So I guess they renamed it Fiesta Kulyat
Oh,
now.
okay. So that
It's kind
that
of weird.
yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. He says he gives them a discount on certain shirts. So yeah, I know he also puts other shirts. So that would be the reason. Yeah, I just
What's this one?
with that's for
Last night.
no. Anyways, all right, guys, we're gonna wrap this up and say our goodbyes to everybody, and we're gonna head out here in a little bit. And see, I hear her sneezing somewhere. You can all of a sudden hear Bella sneeze in the background. We appreciate everybody being here, and if you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. You have them numbers pop up for you, not for
Yeah,
me.
Ruby says, big celebration in Angel City during Fiesta. Yes. City is Immaculate Conception, and Apple is the Church of the Nazarene and City Market. Yeah. Um.
I have to go to the bathroom. We've been here almost 3 hours.
All right. Number one top fan today is Bad Boy. Number two is Joselito Diaz, and number three is Ruby, and of course we have
Got a
Sarah
lemon on my
Tyson,
bladder.
Black Grandpa, and Chosen One.
Ah,
And thank you so much for your big and generous support.
thank you, guys. We
Thank you
really
so
do
much,
appreciate it. Hi, Cookie.
Bad Boy, for your support. Appreciate you so much, and I'm pretty sure my granddaughter and Heidi's granddaughter will appreciate it so much. Trust
Thank,
me, she
thank
gets
you for
really
the
excited.
coffees.
Thank you
We're
so
gonna get the
much.
coffees. All right, thank you guys, and we will see you. I don't know if we'll be doing Saturday live streams, but definitely Tuesdays and Thursdays. Things have been busy and everything, and might drop in Saturday or just random live streams, guys. Okay. Hell, we might even do another one. We're out and about. Might just put the camera on people and just breaking the law. Breaking the law. Say, look, there's a Filipino there. Ooh, there's another Filipino there. Ooh, ooh, check it out.
You know, I noticed there's a lot of Filipinos here.
Really?